It's staff, management, or parent company, Town Square Media.
If we take the jail first, we'll have a place to lock up all the others. Then there's Keeler. He took over the bank as soon as the judge was murdered.
But I think that's because when you make tough decisions, you're left to deal with the repercussions.
But seriously, dear, I've done so many of these shows across the nation, helped so many people, and guided them to my website. And
Look at this.
what is this, a joke program? I mean, what type of a program are you running here?
Here comes the ball.
Go.
Did you hear that hair?
Radio personality Bill Keeler is no longer on the air. He was fired yesterday over a contract.
Father O'Shaughnessy?
Yes.
Great Paul, well in Lynchburg, Virginia. How are you?
Good morning. Go to hell!
I have this week had, like, if there's ever a time where you have seasonal allergies, it's springtime and fall. And I'm getting crushed.
Really?
Oh, boy.
It's been cold, though.
I have no idea, Andrew. I don't.
I would have thought that the allergens had been suppressed by the weather.
Maybe. I really don't know how that works. All I can tell you is I feel like garbage. That I can tell you. All right, Davey, are you in the hallway? Are you nearby?
He's just grabbing me some stuff.
All right, because I do want to talk about the Bills' move yesterday.
I don't know
or
what
last
you call
night.
it.
Well,
It's
there's
stupidity.
okay.
It's stupid is what it is.
All right, sit down, please.
Very stupid.
So maybe I'm just naive, and I probably am. Maybe I'm ignorant.
You're an apologist for the Bills.
There ain't no apology for the Bills.
No. I assume that there are, if you're talking about radio and TV and media stuff, I feel like I can hold my own pretty well, and I have opinions. Politics, I have strong opinions. But when it comes to where you have experts, and listen, they have a team of experts. It's not just Bean that's making these decisions. So the Bills have a team of experts, and the first place I try to go is there's got to be a reason. Why would you give up that pick when you know you need a receiver? There's got to be a reason. So, and these people have got to be smarter than we are, right? Here we are. It's stupid, right? What kind of an idiotic move is that?
Well, they have a scouting department that reports.
He has a board.
That reports to Bean.
He has a board, and
Sean McDermott.
And he did.
He's a dummy, is what he is.
Okay, I realize that. I realize that, but I'm not sure. I might want him over you. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
I'm not the brightest person on the ball.
Well, you said it. I didn't say it. And it's the way you said it, Davey.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. Like, why would they do that?
Well, so
They
here's the
tend
thing.
they tend to be fairly smart people. They've done a really good job up to this point. Why would they make that move before I call them stupid?
Twice.
I understand.
And they didn't
I
get
understand.
anything for it. They literally went later in the draft.
That's not true. That's absolutely not true.
Well, what did they give for it?
They traded down. So they basically, this is where Bean is explaining it. And I'm not apologizing. I'm just trying to tell you, they didn't just be like, it wasn't just like, you know what, we don't want to pick. We're going to, for no reason, we're getting nothing for it. We're just not going to pick. So here's what Bean is saying. Now, on X, fans of the Bills, like you, Davey, are like, what are you doing allowing the Chiefs to get another shiny new toy?
That
right?
was the receiver that the Bills were targeting at 28.
Xavier Worthy.
The kid from Texas that I talked about yesterday.
Bean says they're not concerned with who the Chiefs were trading up because he was moving out of the pick, and the Chiefs could move up to number 29 and get their guy. And here's what Bean says. I could see them taking a receiver, but you don't truly know. But where they were moving from, I don't think it mattered to us who they were picking, Bean said. Now we have, as a result of their move, we have 2 2s, a 3, a 4, and 4 5s. I think that gives us our best chance to fill some roles or use ammo to move around again, depending on how the board falls.
Yeah, so they picked number 32 and number 60 in this tonight coming up.
Yeah, so
I think it's this ESPN.com has them picking 33rd.
33rd
so the
and
opening
60.
pick of the second round.
So we'll see what comes of it all, if it was a good move or if it was a stupid move. And really, we'll see in the fall.
This is the second time they traded with Kansas City. You know when they did it in 2019?
I thought they traded with Carolina. They traded with Carolina.
Kansas City.
And Kansas City?
They traded with Kansas City in 2019.
Yeah.
And the Kansas City got the Bills pick. And guess who Kansas City Chiefs picked?
Who'd they pick?
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Well, we got Josh Allen.
Yeah.
So, all I'm saying is before we sit in here and claim to be experts and know what they're doing, it might be worth at least figuring out what was in their
hope
head.
it's a wide receiver or a defense in this round coming up.
So now all I would say is I sure hope this was the right move. It's a strategy. I sure hope it's the right move. And you may both be right. Stupid.
I mean, I just don't know what the difference is between a first-round pick and 1 second-round pick, and then or 2 second-round picks.
2 2s. They get 2 2s. So I don't know.
Which is really no different than a first and a second round.
What he said, though, is the choices they were going after in the first round that were gone at that point. So they felt their best bet was to move down. So I don't know.
I stayed awake until the 20th pick, and I couldn't stay awake anymore.
And you stand by their it's a stupid move.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
And you both know that I'm a diehard Buffalo Bills fan just as much as you.
I do know that. Yeah.
But
yeah.
This is the dumbest move I've ever seen.
Davey doesn't like it.
Like I said, it better be somebody good, and it better pan out to be a phenomenal player.
Otherwise, you are what?
Not going to say nothing.
Yeah, okay.
He doesn't show his cards.
There is no. I'm not gonna watch this season. There's none of that.
Oh, I would never say that to the Yankees, Buffalo Bills, or Syracuse.
Okay,
I would never watch.
Fair enough. All right, Davey. Let's see if they are. If it was an idiotic move. I guess we'll find out. Right.
Tomorrow, you're not going to change his mind.
And believe me, I don't have a mind on this. I don't have an opinion either way.
I
don't
appreciate
know.
the fact you're giving the benefit.
I don't know, but you try to give. These guys aren't. They've done a pretty good job up to this point, so it's kind of hard to say they're a bunch of idiots. Although that's what everybody's saying online.
If they
and in this room.
Yeah, my only point is if they wanted the wide receiver. The Chiefs took that wide receiver they could have gotten with the 28th overall pick, and you lost Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs.
Well, I'm actually okay with the Gabe Davis.
I'm okay with the Stephon Diggs.
He just couldn't catch the ball, and I'm okay with Stephon Diggs.
Yeah,
I'm okay with both of them. Going now, they're going to have to fill the void. We'll see what happens. We have a bunch to get to. Willie Waffle coming up later on in the hour. What are you going to do this weekend? We are looking like, I don't think it's going to be a washout, but it does look like we're going to get a little bit of rain this weekend. Isn't that joyous? Mm-hmm. And then by Monday, though, we're going to be warming right up. It's almost 80 degrees on Monday. The middle of the week looks a little cooler, but still not. We are moving to we're transitioning, I believe.
That's good.
That's a good word.
Mm-hmm.
No, maybe not.
I'm all about that.
This morning, Ebike's free money question of the day. We'll get to Davey on what that's going to be. County executive is on later on this morning. What is this Ebike company is coming to Rome?
It's coming to Clinton, so just
Clinton.
cross that off
Okay.
and put Clinton there. I don't know why I put Rome.
I thought they already had an e-bike. Don't they have an e-bike program out there?
No, so this is not a program where you can like rent it by the hour or take it around the city. This is a specific type of bicycle that you can purchase for your own personal use that has a motor in it.
Oh, and they're going to be selling
So
them.
you can.
Are they making them or selling them?
Yeah, they're selling them there.
Okay.
It's a dealership.
So
It's like an alternative transportation mode.
You know, I hear people talk. Listen, you have no protection on a motorcycle. You have less protection on an e-bike.
Or
so
any bike.
If you're going to be flying down the road, you better be careful. One of the biggest, you go to these, go on vacation, and they have the scooters.
Mm-hmm.
It is the biggest, the largest cause of tourist injuries. These people get on these scooters and they just take off. They have no idea what they're doing, and they die.
I see them in Denver all the time.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Not all the time. The one time I went, and then there's other cities that have them. But
So the e-bike, you don't have to pedal.
you do. There's still a pedal mechanism, but
okay.
it's not like I'm going up this hill. I'm going to be sweating the rest of the day and stinking. It gives you a little bit more of
All
a
right. Oh, okay.
smoother ride.
Tomorrow, Senator Griffo does his big recycling event. So if you have stuff to get rid of, computers, TVs, what else? Paper, documents. Are these are non-business though, right? They want you to be
right.
It should
It
be
can't
personal.
It's got to be personal, like your medical papers or W-2s or anything else like that.
And I believe the limit is 3 boxes of paperwork that
Correct.
you can just make them big boxes.
Yeah,
I mean, you ever see the size of some of these boxes?
Yeah, they're big.
Yeah, you said 3 boxes. Yeah, but that's a refrigerator box, sir.
So you're towing it with your car.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I brought this little hand truck to move it in here for you guys. It'll be at the Oneida Herkimer Solid Waste Authority, and it starts tomorrow. What time does it start tomorrow, by the way?
10 a.m., I believe.
They'll go from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. tomorrow, and
I'm shocked I knew that.
it gives you a great opportunity to get rid of electronics, confidential documents, prescription medications you can get rid of as well.
Yeah, that's
That's
big.
pretty cool. They say you shouldn't flush them down the toilet.
Yeah, because you'll get all the. I don't know what the reason is.
I don't know the reason either, but you shouldn't flush them down the toilet. Anyway, the senator will be all a part of that, and they always get a huge crowd for that. So
Yeah, and
be
usually
ready to wait in line, but it's worth it. You get rid of some stuff.
the times they've done it at like New Hartford Shopping Center, they've backed up traffic to the point.
This
where
is
New
a little
Hartford
better
police-
now in Utica.
This is
Yeah.
in Leland Ave, and there's long roadways to get to the Oneida Herkimer Solid Waste Authority.
Tomorrow and Sunday, an all-new episode of Sold in upstate New York.
Sold.
It is it's real estate. It's houses that have sold. It's houses that are for sale, that are on the market. There's always a featured home. This week's featured home, really beautiful. Every week will be very beautiful. And little tips and ideas and things that you might want to know if you're even considering selling your home. From River Hills Properties, Bill and Robin Monjo host. It is tomorrow at 2 p.m. on WPNY and Sunday, 8 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. on Fox 33 TV. So you can check that whole thing out. River Hills Properties, if you're thinking about selling your home, you do, what do they call it? It's a where they'll come in and basically you could do it, or any agent. You just call River Hills or call even Andrew.
Yeah.
And say, I'm interested. What could I get for my house?
Yeah, it's like a free home assessment.
It's really amazing.
We go in and talk to you. We bring you very accurate comparables of houses that have sold in your area, in your neighborhood. Usually in the last 6 months to the year is a good indicator of an accurate comp, and then we let you know what we do that's above and beyond the rest.
It's amazing how much houses are selling for today. Where people are, in some cases, we know a couple that purchased their home about 3 years ago, maybe, and they have doubled the price, almost doubled the price.
It's
and
awesome.
without that many improvements that were made. So It is pretty awesome. It's River Hills Properties. Nobody sells homes like River Hills. Coming up, Willy Waffle. We'll get to that. We have a decent day on the way today. We'll go to the mid-60s, and it'll feel much warmer than the cool sunshine we felt yesterday. We'll come right back at WIBX.
There's no glory in getting beat up on the job. Aches and pains aren't trophies. They're just barriers keeping pros like you from getting work done. But Ferris commercial mowers at Clinton Tractor help you finish strong and feel good doing it with patented suspension technology. Visit Clinton Tractor today for a test drive and feel the Ferris difference. Or go to clintontractor.net. Ferris, work hard, feel good.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
If spring allergies keep you trapped inside, then you need Navage Nasal Care to keep you breathing clearly and enjoying all the beauties of spring. Navage helps clear nasal passages that are often clogged because of seasonal allergies. Navage gently flushes a pure, refreshing saline solution through your nasal passages to clear out congestion, sucking out that springtime pollen and other irritants trapped in your nose. Navage is available online at Navage.com or in stores at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, Navage.
Hi, this is Tom Cole from Gates Cole Insurance with exciting news. We're expanding with a couple of new offices in our area. One new location is Tall Pines Insurance in Boonville. They're another independent insurance agency that takes pride in making customers happy. That fits our culture at Gates Cole perfectly. Here's Greg Lee from the newest Gates Cole location, Tall Pines Insurance in Boonville.
The reason why I got into insurance was I wanted to allow my father the opportunity to retire and give back to my community. You know, we had the Boonville fire that wiped out a large area down here for us a few years ago, and so we showed up at the fire. You know, we were right there, ground zero, with our insureds, who made sure that they were taken care of quickly. You know, we were able to get people the money that they needed to cover their expenses from that loss.
For insurance for your home, auto, business, and just about everything else, trust your local independent insurance agency, Gates Cole Insurance, proudly representing Finger Lakes Fire and Casualty Company of Trumansburg, New York.
A healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We're told these are normal signs of aging. So working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code SUPPORT or text SUPPORT to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text SUPPORT to 511-511. Morning Kick.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
I could have pulled money from a few places to do my home project, but AmeriCU helped make it happen with a home equity loan. It was an even better option that fit my budget. My family appreciates AmeriCU believing in us. It's one less stress we have to worry about. I feel like a person, not just a number.
Create your meaningful connection with a home equity loan from AmeriCU. Visit americu.org/home equity today. Membership eligibility is required, insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Replacing your roof isn't a decision you take lightly. You want industry standards met with affordable options and a crew who knows how important a sound roof is to you and your family. Dennis Padulla & Sons Roofing is your hometown roofers with deep roots in our community. Padulla Roofers specialize in residential roofing projects. They're a GAF-certified master elite roofing contractor who keeps their standards above the rest. Call 315-733-1564 to find out more about their roofs for Troops mail-in rebate. Dennis Padulla & Sons Roofing, your hometown roofers.
Why do so many dogs suffer from weight issues, skin problems, messy poops, and low energy? It could be the popular dog food you put in their bowl each day.
Cody was sleeping a lot, wasn't playing.
She was very lethargic and not moving around.
Dry kibble just wasn't cutting it.
That's why, after more than 45 years of experience of helping dogs make complete health turnarounds, veterinarian Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend. It's a freeze-dried raw dog food made with wholesome ingredients like premium meats, seeds, vegetables, and fruit. And once dog parents switch their pups to Nature's Blend, the results can be astounding.
She's got her energy back. She's running around like she did like 5 years ago.
Miraculously, she's just feeling all around better. She's like a new dog. Thank you, Dr. Marty.
Get your dog started today and save up to 54% off Nature's Blend. Plus, receive a free pack of our best-selling beef liver dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Text DEAL to 511-511. All dogs are unique. Your dog's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, how about this story I'm kind of wondering about here? It's very interesting. An artificial intelligence robot is going to be giving the commencement address at a college here in upstate New York coming up. Yeah, really? What are they thinking?
Yeah, people will be inspired by the thing that doesn't really exist.
Her name is Sophia, a social humanoid robot. Will speak at DUville University in Buffalo, the school announced on Wednesday. The robot will be part of an interview-style discussion with John Rizek, the university's Student Government Association president.
How interesting.
Sophia was created by Hanson Robotics, an engineering and robotics company founded in Dallas in 2007. She was designed, we call her a she, she was designed to resemble a human with realistic facial features and expressions. She can recognize faces, gestures, emotions, and language. A Showtime documentary about Sophia was released in 2022. So they're acting as if they have like a celebrity speaking at their commencement.
You know, my future brother-in-law, he had Taylor Swift for his commencement at NYU. I bet you he wished he had AI. I bet you he wished he
probably
had
does.
Sophia.
He probably does.
Do you know at that time his parents would have possibly been able to sell the ticket to that commencement for a lot of money?
Oh, my God.
Just because of her.
Yeah. You know that I got to say that at my son's commencement, it went on for about an hour and 15 minutes. It was the most boring speech I'd ever seen in my life. And it was, at one point, I mean, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but it was terrible. It was awful. And I would have done anything to have a robot up there to talk for 15 minutes and then sit down. Because a robot could read the crowd. It's like, you know what? Maybe I'm going a little too long here.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, Anthony Pacenti was my high school commencement speaker.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. All right, let me go to the one and only Willie Waffle on the line right now. Willie, good morning.
Willie!
Can you imagine how that speech would go? I mean, like, is the AI being going to get up there and be like, okay, folks, I'm the reason none of you are going to have jobs anymore.
That's exactly right.
Good luck with those loans.
Yeah,
hey,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I have to pay no loans. Yeah. In fact, I have an advantage over all of you. I can come up with the answer in just a split second on any question.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, I am. These people are probably going to regret this in 20 years, I'm sure.
They're going to be sitting there going, you know, I could have just majored in art history and enjoyed myself for 4 years.
Yep.
What mistakes have I made?
What a waste.
Or an even weirder twist of fate is like, well, Johnny, we've given it close consideration, but we've decided to go with Sophia. Wait, the Sophia?
I got to tell you, this AI stuff is really... I found an app the other day on just an iPhone app, and I did the tryout version. And it says, take a photo, and we'll enhance the photo for you. And it's amazing what it can do. So I'm like, oh, all right. So I grabbed my wife, and I didn't grab her. I grabbed a picture, and I hit the button, and all of a sudden, there's my wife in a bikini. Her chest size had grown. Like it was like the Dolly Parton version of my wife. I'm like, how did they do that? That is incredible. Yeah, Willie, it's crazy.
Yeah, we got to get rid of this AI stuff, guys. It's our duty to humanity.
Get rid of
it.
Well, we've
before
got a guy
it gets rid of you.
We have a guy coming up that's going to be talking about how AI may be replacing therapists, or at least giving people the option. You can really help yourself. Talk to yourself about your own problems.
All right.
Well, it's just like Choose Your Own Adventure, the books, right? Like, if they say this, give them this advice.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right, Willie. What are we looking at this week when it comes to in theaters? There are, believe it or not, movies in theater that you could enjoy. We're almost to that summer season.
Yeah, that's going to be next week. So summer movie season is 7 days away. So they're bringing out kind of the last of the films that we know are not going to make $100 million, and that would be Challengers. Now, not a bad movie, a movie that's getting a lot of attention. I'm sure y'all have seen the commercials, you've seen the trailers.
Yeah.
They're promising that it's naughty, it's risque, it's steamy. Okay, but there's more to it than that, and I think that's kind of the big surprise. The idea that you basically are following these three tennis players, you're kind of flashing back over the lives that they've had, the intertwined lives that they've had for 13 years. And the star is Zendaya, who's this former tennis prodigy. She ended up having a horrible injury. It ruined her career, but now she's a coach of one of these guys. And he's been very successful, but she wants to challenge him. He's kind of lost his passion. He's talking about retiring. So she makes him enter this low-level tournament where he runs into his former best friend and the guy that both of them have some history with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Steamy.
Oh my. Oh, woo. And but I would say that what's really interesting is kind of watching this relationship and just the twisted power dynamics. I mean, like they really make the point that this relationship is like a game of tennis, right? Who's in charge? Who's dictating the pace? Who's winning? And Zendaya's really good. I mean, she's got to play a character like from like college up through being in her 30s, and I think she shows that arrogance and that fire that a really top flight athlete would have. I missed 3 waffles. I actually found it a lot more interesting than it should be.
Wow.
And frankly, a lot more interesting than just being a little naughty.
So you feel like there are some little nuggets that are hitting before the summer blockbuster season.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I got to be honest with you, this week is like a really good week. And I took your advice. I watched Baby Reindeer. Holy smokes, that's fantastic on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's crazy. A lot of twists and turns, and it leaves you going, what?
What is it about?
So essentially this guy works in a pub, and this woman comes in and then ends up being a stalker, but there's a whole bunch of other weird stuff that happens in between.
How does the reindeer come in?
That's what she calls him.
Oh, okay.
Well, Baby Reindeer. It's all like British and Scottish people, but it's kind of funny.
Everybody seems to be talking about it. Willie, you liked it.
I loved it.
Okay.
I thought it was fantastic. And I love the way that they take this woman. Her name's Jessica Gunning, and she just gets a little bit more unhinged and a little bit more unhinged. And you start seeing the text messages that she's sending. You're seeing the stuff that she's putting on Facebook. And they just kind of lull you in to find out she's insane.
Yeah, but the weird thing is that he, in a strange way, it's almost like he can't let it go.
Yeah.
Like he can't
let it go.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
It kind of feels bad for the early part of the series.
I'm gonna check it out. And then Unsung Hero is in theaters. What do you think of that one?
Yeah. And this is just a good traditional, like family-friendly, everybody feel-good kind of movie, based on a true story of the guys from King and Country and the singer Rebecca St. James. They're all family, and they've all done very, very well. But this is the story about how, when they were kids, their mom and dad kind of picked them up, moved them from Australia, headed to America, following this dream of being music stars.
Yeah.
And, kind of the struggles that they had and the difficulties and how the family pulled together and how their faith in God helped them keep on the right track and really kind of persevere through all the difficulties. And, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get the cute family scenes. You're going to get the emotional drama, and you're going to see people coming together and overcoming. It just feels nice. It's completely predictable, of course, but it's 3 waffles. I really enjoy it.
All right, wow, a couple of doozies in theaters, and then you have one that's a Netflix series too that is you've reviewed, right? Dead Boy Detectives.
Yeah, Dead Boy Detectives, a little offbeat, a little bit surprising in the sense that you think, oh, it's these 2 teen boys with the haircut of the month, and, it's going to be all, kind of hip and today. No, it really is these 2 kids, they're dead teen ghosts, and they work together to solve mysteries for the other ghosts that are out there. And so, it's kind of this quirky little setup. One of them died in 1916. One died in the 80s. They choose to be ghosts. They choose to walk the planet because they don't want to go to the whatever is next. And one of them accidentally did and doesn't want to go back. So,
oh boy.
You see this weird cast of characters, these wild, ghostly spirits and characters that are very, very imaginative. I think it's kind of witty. I think it's kind of cool. I'm at 2.5 waffles. I think it's fun.
All right. And then did you see that Alec Baldwin? I mean, he had to be walking away saying, I can't believe this person made me do this. Like, I was just minding my own business, and this person made me react because I am who I am. I must react, it seems.
Yeah, he can't help himself.
He can't help himself.
Yeah, this is a crazy situation. So Alec Baldwin, lives down in Greenwich Village, and that you've got all the anti-Israel protests going on at the university down there, and he just goes out to get some coffee, and this Instagram personality, if you will, who goes by the name of Crackhead Barney.
Yeah.
Decides to shove a phone in his face and is harassing him while he's just trying to get a cup of coffee, trying to get him to say, hey, man, say Free Palestine. Say Free Palestine. Alec, come on, you want to say it. Just say it and I'll leave you alone. And, and he's trying not to lose it. And he's really trying to, just get his coffee and move on. And then Crackhead Barney said the magic words, hey, Alec, why did you kill that lady?
Yeah.
And that's when the tussle begins. And he kind of grabs her phone, and they end up spilling out onto the street. And he just is like, I'm out of here.
Well, yeah, and if you look at the video, it looks at one point where he was trying to get out of the coffee shop or the cafe, wherever they were, and he was holding the door for this person nicely and saying, go on, get out of here, and then the cup.
And you can actually hear the coffee shop owner apologizing. Like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but, there comes a point in life where you really should be allowed to throw somebody down the stairs, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, this person had it coming. Leave this person alone. Let the person get coffee. And this person, they were out there on the sidewalk bothering everybody. And harassing everybody.
Let me play just a little bit of the audio of what was going on here.
Alec, can you please say Free Palestine one time? Why did you kill that lady? You killed that lady and got no jail time?
I mean,
no jail time?
And this just went on and on and on until he smacks the phone out of her hand. So, yeah, I think she deserved something, I guess. And you feel bad, though, because it's the type of thing where even though he wasn't in the wrong, it's another moment of drama for Alec Baldwin, and he's had a lot of them.
Yeah, he's also had it.
Some of them self-imposed,
yeah.
Some of them unfortunate, and the last thing he needs as he's getting ready to go into that trial that can destroy his life in every way. I mean, not that his life isn't already very damaged, but the trial is now pretty darn serious.
And I got to tell you, I still struggle with him being responsible for this. I struggle with that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're an actor. You're relying on people to give you a gun that doesn't have a bullet in it, for God's sakes. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's going to be his argument.
Yeah.
The prosecution is trying to, I think, argue that.
Hold on. I hate to cut you off, but we're going to get cut off here in 2 seconds.
Okay.
Willie, have a great weekend. Thank you.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome.
W295EI.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. A Town Square Media Station.
A meeting with China's leader. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Secretary of State Antony Blinken just finished that a short time ago, saying in Beijing,
the United States is very clear-eyed about the challenges posed by the PRC and about our competing visions for the future.
Chinese President Xi Jinping says they must find common ground to avoid vicious competition, but Blinken says the U.S. has concerns about trade and artificial intelligence and China supplying Russia with manufacturing materials for its war in Ukraine.
A defense industrial base that is churning out rockets, drones, tanks, and other weapons that President Putin is using to invade a sovereign country.
Former President Trump will return to court this morning for more testimony at his first criminal trial in New York, charged with falsifying records and payments to keep an alleged affair quiet before the 2016 election. He calls it political persecution.
Open your eyes. And we can't let this continue to happen to our country.
We don't know when the Supreme Court will rule on the Trump claim that he should be immune from prosecution for acts taken while he was in office. Justice Sonia Sotomayor was skeptical about making that too broad.
There's some things that are so fundamentally evil that they have to be protected against.
But Justice Brett Kavanaugh said at yesterday's hearing,
this case has huge implications for the presidency, for the future of the presidency, for the future of the country.
The special counsel in the Trump federal 2020 election-related case argues the former president trying to overturn Joe Biden's victory were not official acts. The anti-Israel protests have spread to more college campuses, California, to Texas, Massachusetts, down to Georgia, where police made arrests at Emory University.
Officers handcuffed protesters on the ground. Law enforcement tasered demonstrators, deployed pepper spray, and hauled away protesters.
That's Christopher King with Fox 5 TV in Atlanta. At USC in California, they have canceled the main graduation ceremony. America's listening to Fox News.
All right, Father's Day, graduation season right around the corner. And if you're looking for a really great, unique gift, you got to check out the personalized receiver covers from my friends at Henry Repeating Arms. Now, they're available for Henry's Golden Boy and Golden Boy Silver rifles, which come in 3 calibers, 22 LR, 22 Magnum, and 17 HMR. Just go to henryusa.com and type in personalized in your search box. Well, there you're going to find a link to the product page with step-by-step instructions. They can engrave any message that you want, up to 20 words, and the process is easy, it's simple, it's affordable, and it doesn't require a gunsmith. Check out Henry's personalized receiver covers if you're looking for a great gift for dads or grads. Make sure you get their free catalog. They mail it with free decals and a list of dealers where you live. That's henryusa.com. You get the free catalog, free decals. They have 200 rifles, shotguns, revolvers to choose from, and you're going to love this company. I know I do.
As the abortion rights debate rages, with President Biden and Democrats making it a top issue in his reelection campaign, he's facing more pushback from Republicans over Biden administration abortion policy.
GOP attorneys general from 17 states, including Tennessee and Arkansas, suing to block federal rules set to take effect in June, entitling workers to time off for abortions, claiming the rules are an illegal interpretation of the Pregnant Workers Fairness Act. Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin saying in a statement, business owners will face federal lawsuits if they don't accommodate employees' abortions, even if those abortions are illegal under state law. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission says the law does not require employers or work-based health care plans to cover abortion-related costs, only requiring time off for an abortion or recovery, which does not have to be paid. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
On Wall Street, there could be a rebound. Stock futures are rising up more than 100 points for the NASDAQ. The day after the NASDAQ dropped 100, the Dow plunged 375 on worry about a slowing economy. The NFL draft started last night, and as expected,
with the first pick in the 2024 NFL draft, the Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams, quarterback, Southern California.
Commissioner Roger Goodell's next 2 pick announcements on ESPN were also quarterbacks. Washington took Jaden Daniels from LSU. New England selected Drake May out of North Carolina. 6 of the top 12 picks were QBs. The next 2 rounds of the NFL draft are tonight. In the NBA playoffs, Denver put the LA Lakers and LeBron James on the brink of elimination. The defending champion Nuggets now lead that series 3-0. Philadelphia beat New York. Orlando blew out Cleveland, but the 76ers and the Magic still trail in those series 2-1. In the NHL playoffs, Carolina beat the New York Islanders again to go up 3-0. Florida went up 3-0 on Tampa Bay. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning. WIBX 950 News Time 7:03. I'm Andrew Derminio. Right now, 7:05. Thank you, Smitty. We're going back in time. No, it's 7:05. Clear skies, sunny skies, 30 degrees. Your full weather forecast is coming up. Aren't you glad it's Friday? This update brought to you by Adirondack Home Furniture. A man from West Edmiston is facing animal abuse charges for allegedly starving his dog. The dog's name is Lexi, and she is in the care of the Susquehanna SPCA in Cooperstown. Lexi is emaciated, according to officials at the shelter. The Otsego County Sheriff's Office arrested Justin Casera on Wednesday. The 29-year-old is charged with overdriving, torturing, and injuring animals and failure to provide proper sustenance. President Biden has wrapped up his second trip to Syracuse since 2022. Mr. Biden spoke at the Museum of Science and Technology yesterday to tout Micron Technology receiving billions of dollars in federal funding. Micron is going to build computer chip plants at the White Pine Commerce Park in Clay. Those facilities are expected to create thousands of new jobs and provide a massive boost to the central New York economy. Family members of two fallen law enforcement officers have had the opportunity to meet with President Biden. The president talked with relatives of Syracuse police officer Michael Jensen and Onondaga County Sheriff's Department Lieutenant Michael Husak yesterday. Jensen and Husak were killed in the line of duty while they were looking into a report of a stolen vehicle in Salina earlier this month. The man who murdered them died in a shootout with police. One of the biggest airline carriers in the country has announced plans to leave Syracuse Hancock International Airport. Southwest Airlines will no longer be offering service beginning August 4th. The company says it's cutting flights across its network in an effort to save money. Right now, Southwest has flights that go to Orlando, Baltimore, and Tampa from Syracuse. But again, that will end on August 4th. Impacted employees will have the chance to move to other airports. The nearest Southwest service is in Albany. Tomorrow is National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, and New York residents are going to have plenty of places to get rid of their unwanted medications. One of them locally will be Senator Griffo's electronics recycling drive. You'll be able to bring unwanted and expired prescriptions there. Prescriptions can be also dropped off at police stations or other collection sites, but it's important to note that at these locations, they will not accept things such as syringes, liquids, or needles. To find a drop-off site in your area, go to dea.gov/takebackday. And visitors in the Oregon Zoo are in for a rare treat. The zoo's Volum aviary is now home to a trio of tiny, brightly colored birds that have been extinct in the wild for decades. There are only 110 Seahawk kingfishers left in the world, all of them in human care, with no plans to one day release them back into the wild. The three males arrived from the National Zoo earlier this year to make room for breeding pairs elsewhere. They have bright blue wings and cinnamon-colored chests. They can often be seen in the large tree at the aviary entrance. It is 7:08. Your weather forecast is brought to you by IBEW NECA 43 local contractors. For today, we can expect sunny skies. Highs will be in the low 60s. Otherwise, mostly clear tonight. Lows in the upper 30s and a slight chance of rain tomorrow. We'll see an increase in clouds. Highs will be in the mid-60s. By Monday, partly sunny skies. Highs around 80. Right now, it's chilly. 30 degrees under mostly clear skies. You can always get the full 5-day forecast at WIBX950.com or the free WIBX 950 mobile app. It's 7:09. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43 local contractors. The Giants added an offensive weapon on the first night of the 2024 draft. With the 6th pick, the G-Men selected LSU wide receiver Malik Nabers. The 20-year-old caught 89 passes for 1,569 yards and 14 touchdowns for the Tigers in 2023. The Jets also added to their offense in the first round. After making a trade with the Minnesota Vikings, Gang Green selected Penn State offensive tackle Olu Fashanu with the 11th overall pick. The draft continues with the 2nd and 3rd rounds tonight. The Giants have the 47th and 70th overall picks. The Jets have the 72nd overall pick. Meanwhile, Buffalo has yet to draft anybody in this year's draft. Buffalo was supposed to have the 28th overall selection last night, but traded it for the number 32 pick with the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. They then flipped the 32nd pick to the Carolina Panthers in exchange for the 33rd pick. I don't get it, but that selection won't be made until the second round of the draft beginning tonight. I believe it's the opening pick of the round. Meanwhile, the Yankees lost a tough one. It's tough to watch when your pitcher has a pretty good game other than 2 home runs that were given up in the only offense after 10 hits, 2 instances of loaded bases. Jose Trevino is the only one to score with a solo shot. New York is still tied atop the AL East at 17-9. That's actually incorrect. They're a half game ahead of the Baltimore Orioles, and they'll visit the Milwaukee Brewers for a 3-game set that begins tonight at American Family Field. Meanwhile, the Mets begin a 7-game homestand tonight. They're looking to earn its second consecutive victory when hosting the St. Louis Cardinals at Citi Field. They are third in the NL East at 13-11. The Knicks dropped their first game of the postseason, going 125-114 against the Philadelphia 76ers. That series is now at 2-1 in favor of the Knicks. They'll look to bounce back in Game 4 Sunday afternoon. The Islanders are in a 3-0 hole against the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Rangers are hoping to put the Capitals on life support as they will play in Game 3 tonight at Capital One Arena. That's against the Washington Capitals. Well, once again, I want to let you know that Revive Softwave Therapy on Genesee Street in Utica can be the answer to your pain problems. Whether you have neck pain, back pain, knee, wrist, arthritis, TMJ, neuropathy, or any other pain, they can help. The neuropathy is something that is difficult to deal with. And if you've got the purpling in your foot, the pooling of blood, the Revive Softwave Therapy can help reverse it. Dr. Nate told me after one treatment, there was a woman that had severe purpling and pooling in her foot, and after the first treatment, there was already signs of progress. They've got a $99 new patient special, but if you mention the Keeler Show when you call them, they'll give you even a further discount with Discovery Days. All you got to do is mention the Keeler Show. Call them at 315-725-8427. That's 315-725-8427. You can get all the information you need and see testimonials and videos of the treatment at reviveutica.com. That's reviveutica.com. It's Revive Softwave Therapy on Genesee Street in Utica.
So, I thought you were going to hit the button.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I didn't know what you wanted to do.
I didn't want you to do it. I'm glad you did what you did. A couple of comments. Mike this morning says, imagine if the Da Vinci surgery, robotic surgery. When I had my surgery, it was robotic surgery run by a human, of course. So, but imagine if the Da Vinci, and it's probably coming, is run by AI. That's probably coming.
That's a ways away, I think.
Well, it may be a ways away, but think about it. I don't think it's as far away as you might think.
Here's the problem, though.
Let me finish.
All right.
Okay?
I'll let you finish.
Because I'm just telling you, the future is probably living somewhere outside of your imagination. I really believe that with the speed in which AI is going to be able to move forward like humans have never seen before, because we haven't had this before. But here's the thing. The AI draws off the greatest, the AI would be drawing off every surgery that's ever been recorded. So you would have, every mistake would have already been done. The AI is able to learn from everything, even the greatest surgeons in the world. So you would have, potentially, the greatest surgeon in the world performing surgery in hospitals all around the country. And you go into areas where maybe we're talking about here, places like where you don't have the greatest surgeons in the world. I think there's a real benefit to that.
I could see the technology coming, but here's the problem. You never know when there's going to be another complication that's maybe not in the algorithm of remotely
what
close
you're talking
to that
about
surgery.
is the same argument against autonomous vehicles, right?
Yeah,
that's
you
the
want
same
somebody
argument.
that's going to take over.
But it's the same argument that is, the pilot of your airplane is taking a quick snooze like he's not supposed to. But the plane is, who's flying that plane? I think those kinks will ultimately be worked out. I'm not saying we're there right now, but it's going to be. It is, and those worries that you have of the internet just went down and, the surgeons apparently just gone to sleep right in the middle of the surgery because the internet went down. You won't have those worries. I'm just saying, I think Mike is right. It's coming. We're not there yet.
I'm not going to sign that release form.
You won't even get a vaccination, for God's sakes. All right. Here's the other thing I want to talk about just quickly. And do I have time? You know what? Maybe I'll get into it.
It's your show.
I'm going to get into this because we have Tanya Powers coming up in a second. I want to grab her. I'll keep going. But I'm going to talk more about. I have really been watching these protests that are happening on college campuses. USC, as you might have heard, top of the hour. USC has decided to cancel their commencement ceremonies. Canceled them.
Wow.
So I'm thinking, are they expecting outside protests, someone to come in from the outside to disrupt the event? No, I think they're afraid of their own students. I think they're afraid of it. And when you look at these things that are going on in New York City, which is where a lot of this started, you see tables set up, food being handed out. These are totally organized. So my assumption has been many of these people doing the protesting aren't even students. Now, I've talked before. My daughter is on
one of these campuses.
Is on one of these campuses. And I had a long conversation that was rather heated on her part yesterday about everything that's going on. And I'm here to tell you, I think I was absolutely wrong. And I'll get into it right after the free money question. I can't believe what's happening at these college campuses, and I think I was absolutely wrong about it. And because she's seen this firsthand, and her take I thought was very interesting, and I'll get into that coming up. Because you know what, that is. Oh, by the way, did I mention she's in a major minority on her campus? Major minority.
Gotcha.
And is furious over it. And, especially with the money the effort, the work that these kids put in. And think about it, at USC, they're canceling they're canceling commencement. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they just canceled classes and went online going forward because it's getting that bad.
Which, with all the money being spent at these universities is...
Listen, the way I would
annoying.
say, what do they have, 2 weeks left? Go online, send these kids home, and let them do their protests on their front lawn and somewhere in rural, wealthy America, because that's what we're dealing with. I'll talk more about it coming up at about 7:40. Tanya Powers coming up in a second. Also, Dr. Vince Callahan. Robotherapists can help all of us because of a therapist shortage.
Yeah.
Is this real? I mean,
this may be a little bit more easy to deal with than the AI doing my surgery.
I wouldn't let AI do your surgery right now.
Yeah.
You might not have a choice in the future. We'll break and come back at WIBX.
The massive spring floor sample sell-off is on at My Carl's. Before I can bring new inventory in, I need to move it out fast, and that means deep, deep price cuts for you. Find a massive selection of floor sample, living room sets, dining sets, bedroom sets, and mattresses, all slashed 50, 60, even 70% off. Plus, get fast delivery. No credit needed financing is available. It's a floor-to-ceiling, front-to-back, top-to-bottom inventory sell-off. Don't miss my massive spring floor sample sell-off only at My Carl's.
The Mohawk Valley Go Red for Women Luncheon is turning 20. Join us on May 2nd at the Delta Hotels by Marriott Utica. Enjoy a silent auction and network with Mohawk Valley women. Celebrate survivors. And hear from a panel led by Dr. Maria Contaritas of Masonic Medical Research Institute. CVS is the national sponsor of Go Red for Women. Local sponsors include Mohawk Valley Health System, Steve Lenning Jewelers, and Sentinel Media. Town Square Media is the Go Red for Women radio sponsor. To join us, visit heart.org/MVGoesRed.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GEAR for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GEAR for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GEAR.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
I told you this is all music that won't. YouTube doesn't ding. It's license free. What I do is, this is all AI, by the way. This is the AI that's going to be doing your surgery, and they'll be playing, by the way, playing this music while they do your surgery.
Oh, good.
But this is so when I simply typed in Led Zeppelin, and this is what came up. Oh, they even sing too. I didn't realize that. On the line right now is Tanya J Powers from Fox News Radio. Tanya, good
morning.
Good morning. Do I have her on this one? There we go. I got you now. Tanya, I was shocked at the news that came yesterday in regards to Harvey Weinstein. I can't even believe
there were a lot of people stunned.
They have overturned. Okay, fill me in. Let me know what I don't know, because apparently I know nothing.
Well, you weren't the only one who was surprised. When I saw this push notification on my phone, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I didn't, I was just as shocked as I think you were and a lot of folks were. Here's the kind of the nuts and bolts of what happened. The New York Court of Appeals said the trial judge in the rape case, the 2020 rape case, because you have to specify which year's case against Harvey Weinstein this is. This is the 2020 rape case against him here in New York. And the court said in a 4-3 decision that it was an abuse of judicial discretion, that's a quote, for the judge to allow testimony from women about allegations that he against him that he was not charged with. So basically, they said the judge should not have allowed the prosecutors to have witnesses testify about assaults that they said that he had committed against them, because these were not part of the charges he was actually being tried for.
All right.
That's where they said that the whole thing, that's what they pointed to as the problem. If they had not been allowed to testify, evidently, I guess this would have stood. The DA's office says, yes, they will retry him. No idea how long, what timeline there is.
Now, this is so this being one of the cases, the reality, though, is this doesn't mean he's like popping out of jail. It means one of the cases has been overturned, not the others. But
he's still probably going to spend the rest of his life in prison.
Ultimately, we do forget, I think, and, as the public, we get angry. There are rules that have to be followed in a courtroom to protect those who are being charged. And we should support that, even if we hate somebody like Harvey Weinstein, because it could be you on trial, and you could be innocent. And so these technicalities are important to, I guess, support, even though doesn't feel that way. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it does feel kind of weird, I guess, to to point that out, but you're correct. That's what the court said, was basically you can't judge him, you can't add to information on this. He would be judged on his past behavior, not the charges at hand, and that was another kind of point that they made. to answer your not even to answer your question, to agree with you there, he will not be getting out of prison anytime soon because he's still serving. He got a 16-year sentence for the Los Angeles rape in 2022. The New York sentence was 23 years, and that's the one that's been overturned. But he's still in prison in upstate at Mohawk, and will be he will either be left there waiting a retrial, or they'll send him to California. They could do either of those things to serve the rest of his 16 years. He is 72.
He's 72. He looks like 104.
Yeah, and Tanya, he may very well be listening to this conversation right now. As
so he's at Mohawk.
He's at Mohawk in Rome. Yeah.
Wow. So he's right
His
here.
His address is 6514 State Route 26 in Rome, New York.
Do you know where Squeaky Fromm went to prison?
Yeah.
Do you know where she lives now?
I do not.
The same zip code as our radio station.
Yeah. She's within, if you want to send her a message, she's within listening. I think she's a big listener.
I had no idea.
I spoke to somebody the other day that actually works out where she works out. She does work out.
Oh, at the gym? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Squeaky.
And
she's don't call. Tanya, I forgot to tell you. Don't call her that. She'll kill you. Okay. Do not call her
she'll
that.
Get somebody else to kill you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate the heads up there. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I would just point out y'all have said it like 4 times now. So
that's a good point. That's a very good point.
I better watch going to my car.
We are screwed.
Be careful.
The Weinstein.
This is one of the. And by the way, did you see the press conference yesterday from some of the Me Too victims? They had called a press conference within a couple of hours of us learning about this.
Yeah, I did, yes.
And they basically said it is, I think Ashley Judd calls it an act of institutional betrayal to Ronna Burke. Obviously they are disappointed, but they said this is not going to stop, this is not going to stop them as far as what they feel like their work is.
So the general message, though, is they are going to be retrying the case.
Yes,
okay.
the DA's office has said that they're going to do that. So
the
appellate that would be.
The appellate justices would say the crime is the fact that they didn't try the case properly. So now they got to do it all over again. Very interesting. Well, listen, he has affected a lot of women that he took advantage of terribly.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of women who have come forward with their stories who say that they, he changed the course of their professional lives, of their careers, of their entire life because, they either had to deal with harassment or, as they have claimed, assault or worse from him. Some of them, had to endure this in order to get roles. Others got out of the business altogether. I mean, he's definitely left quite the wake and quite the group of people in his wake.
And I know it doesn't seem like a big deal when we say, actually, he's right here within our listening area in prison here, and it seems like such a big deal for us. You're in New York, where there are thousands of celebrities, and they all live there
it's
anyway.
It's not really like we're proud of it, but
us up here, we've got Squeaky and Harvey Weinstein. That's a big deal.
Beat that.
Up here. Okay, Tanya, that was shocking news yesterday. No doubt. Have a wonderful weekend in the Big Apple.
Sure. Thank you.
Right, thanks so much. Tanya J Powers from Fox News Radio. And, do you know the other story on him? He was going to Buffalo. And during COVID, if you remember.
He's patient 0 for the Mohawk Valley, I think.
It is, some believe he was the very first case, and it was the very first semi-super spreader.
Yeah.
When he was on his way to Buffalo, he didn't know, but he had COVID, and had to stop to go to the bathroom, so they had to find a secure place. So he came here.
Yeah, because he would have had to have used the facilities at a facility.
At a facility, and they did. They went to one of the
Marcy or
I believe
one
it was Marcy Psych. I could be wrong, but after that, everybody was getting COVID there, and the announcement came that he had COVID in Buffalo. So
thanks, scumbag.
Yeah, thanks for that. If you're listening right now, you're the reason people got sick here. I got a break. Coming up, we'll do Ebike's free money question of the day. Davey, this morning is Friday. Today's a special day. You know what today is? It's the last Friday of the month of April. So how will we celebrate, Davey? What dollar amount are we giving away here on Friday?
$100.
All right. I'm surprised you went for another day for $200. That's awesome because Ebike said only one, but you're saying two. All right. Fair enough. Davey said 200.
He's breaking the law, the law.
Well, thank you, Davey, for that. Listeners everywhere are thanking you. We'll give you a chance to win $200 from the Ebike Law Firm coming up in a second. Andrew will update the news before we get there on WIBX.
If you're looking for flooring, boy, do I have the perfect place for you. This is Bill Keeler, and I highly recommend Sarah's Flooring Outlet, the area's leading flooring store. They have the absolute largest inventory in Central New York, and it's a brand new store at the Route 49 Plaza in Marcy. And if you're looking for Pergo Extreme, they have a price guarantee anywhere in the area within a 60-mile radius of their store. It's a pretty awesome deal, and you know you're going to get the best deal at Insera's. Log on to their website at inserasflooringoutlet.com and sign up to save $50 off your next purchase of $500 or more. You can shop online or in the store. You will not find a better selection than Insera's Flooring Outlet. See why more people buy from the big store. Its selection, its price, and it's a 6-month interest-free financing. Log on to the website, inserasflooringoutlet.com, and see for yourself or visit their store. Insera's Flooring Outlet, Route 49 Plaza, River Road in Marcy.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1907 $10 gold Liberty coins has been found. These gorgeous 1907p gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling the secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed a 1907 gold Liberty struck at the iconic Philadelphia Mint. With limited availability, you must call now. These 1907 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant luster. That is 117 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-973-3077. Call now and you'll receive a free bonus, a $50 value free with every order. Call 1-800-973-3077 now to secure your 1907p $10 gold Liberty coins before they sell out. That's 1-800-973-3077.
Before you buy or take delivery of a bed where you can pick a number on each side and pick the firmness, compare to the Smart Bed by Instant Comfort at Mattress Express. Compare price, compare warranty, compare features. No appointment necessary.
Are you prepared for the future? Help secure your family's financial well-being with professional guidance. Join us for a complimentary estate planning workshop presented by the DiGiorgio Law Firm with Phil DiGiorgio. Discover the key to creating a customized estate plan to protect assets and minimize taxes. Mark your calendar for 5:30 p.m. May 16th at the office of the DiGiorgio Law Firm, located at 258 Genesee Street in Utica. Space is limited, so RSVP today.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
If spring allergies keep you trapped inside, then you need Navage Nasal Care to keep you breathing clearly and enjoying all the beauties of spring. Navage helps clear nasal passages that are often clogged because of seasonal allergies. Navage gently flushes a pure, refreshing saline solution through your nasal passages to clear out congestion, sucking out that springtime pollen and other irritants trapped in your nose. Navage is available online at Navage.com or in stores at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, Navage.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
This is Keeler in the Morning. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
All right, we were talking a second ago in regards to AI.
Yes.
Andrew's all worried that there's going to be an AI surgeon doing his his surgery someday, and
Don't want it.
He is not signing off on it. That's it. He's not going to do it.
Not going to do it.
They are, and this currently exists where AI is serving as an AI doctor, if you will, serving as a therapist.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
That
I'm not sure.
That's like if you were to put your Siri, you say, "Hey Siri, I need psychological help."
Most therapists, though, when you're talking to them, they don't give you their opinion anyway.
No, they make you try to come to it yourself.
So the therapist would simply have to know when time is up. Right? That's the most important thing.
Or the response would always be, and how does that make you feel?
And how does that make you feel? Here's Dr. Vince Callahan. What do you think of all this, Doc? Do you have an opinion? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry, I lost you guys for a second. It all went dead.
Yeah,
it's AI.
It's our life. It's our life. The life we live. So what's your take on an AI therapist? Because there is a problem, and that is there's a shortage of therapists. What do you think?
There are, but you can't replace an actual person. A therapist is someone who doesn't judge you, doesn't criticize you, gives you an objective voice, and more than anything, they're empathetic with where you are, and they can actually offer help. And you can't get that through a robot. I'm sorry. Plus, we don't really know who you're talking to. You could be talking to a guy named Igor in Russia,
right?
Weighs 300 pounds and has no teeth.
Good point.
Not that we're judging.
We
want to apologize to all the teethless 300-pounders out there today, but
But yeah, no, I'm not buying into it. I think it's dangerous. I think it fits into the whole self-diagnosis phenomenon that kids are doing these days, and it really is dangerous. And as a therapist, I've been one for 38 years, and I'm not for it. I don't care how big a need there is. I mean, yeah, sure, there's a need. Let's get more guys and more people in school and get the education and get them out there in the world and making a decent living. But no, I'm not for it at all.
It's probably coming, though. It's definitely coming. There are some that actually are doing this, and you wonder, you can make a phone call and talk to a therapist today. How would you know that person is human or AI?
That's right. I think we're on a slippery slope if we keep going down this road.
Yeah.
Well, Bill was saying that there's going to be an AI robot that does your.
No, that's not what I said. What I said is it's probably coming. So how the robotic surgeries. There's a physician on the other end. Imagine, and I don't think you have to imagine that ridiculously. Thank you, Andrew, for bringing me back into this. I don't think you have to imagine that ridiculously to think that the AI that actually performs the surgery, and it draws off the experience and the mistakes, maybe the advancements that have been made by all the great surgeons in the world, all placed in the, if you could call it, the mind of this AI surgeon. That's probably not far. There'd be some human assistance, but probably not far down the road.
You're right, and I still wouldn't do it.
And I wouldn't do it. All right.
So you're with me, Doc. Thank
I'm going to call you Andrew, Dr. Vince. That's what I'm going to call you. All right, interesting stuff. Now, will you drive in a car that's AI driven?
No.
All right. Fair enough. Have a wonderful weekend, Doc. We appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks so much. All right. I think a lot of people are with you.
Yeah.
And him. But I do think that we're going to look at things much differently down the road. I've met people, we've all met people who have so little of a personality that you think they're a robot, right?
We can all agree on that.
We've all met people like that. And maybe some of us are like that, and that's okay. We'll see where this all goes.
They like it like that.
I have a great topical question for you today.
Ooh.
And it's Ebike's free money question of the day. Davey, this morning, you're looking for caller number what? Do that again, because I'm still screwing up with these mics.
Caller number 7.
Seventh caller right now, 315-736-0186. Caller number 7.
Or how about caller number 33 in honor of the Bills drafting?
Okay, we'll talk more about that next hour.
We've got comments, too.
I'd love to get Scott on with that. We have comments we'll get to also. And I want to talk about my conversation with my daughter yesterday about these protests on college campuses. She was livid. I got an earful yesterday, and I'm here to tell you, I think I got this wrong, and I'll explain. It's not easy for me to say I'm wrong.
Wrong-o.
We'll get to all that coming up next. The Ebike free money question of the day is next on WIBX.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Aches and pains aren't trophies. They're just barriers keeping pros like you from getting the work done. You know this business can be back-breaking. All the more reason to partner with someone who has your back, like Clinton Tractor and Ferris Commercial Mowers. Ferris is about helping you finish strong and feel good doing it, with patented suspension technology that allows you to mow faster and get more work done in comfort so you can feel good tomorrow. Visit Clinton Tractor today or at clintontractor.net. Ferris, work hard, feel good.
Why do so many dogs suffer from weight issues, skin problems, messy poops, and low energy? It could be the popular dog food you put in their bowl each day.
Cody was sleeping a lot, wasn't playing.
She was very lethargic and not moving around.
Dry kibble just wasn't cutting it. That's why, after more than 45 years of experience of helping dogs make complete health turnarounds, veterinarian Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend. It's a freeze-dried raw dog food made with wholesome ingredients like premium meats, seeds, vegetables, and fruit. And once dog parents switch their pups to Nature's Blend, the results can be astounding.
She's got her energy back. She's running around like she did like 5 years ago.
Miraculously, she's just feeling all around better. She's like a new dog. Thank you, Dr. Marty.
Get your dog started today and save up to 54% off Nature's Blend. Plus, receive a free pack of our best-selling beef liver dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Text DEAL to 511-511. All dogs are unique. Your dog's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Let's face it, life can just get messy. John's Cleanouts and Property Preservation will take care of it for you. If you need help with clearing out your home or commercial building, John's Cleanouts will handle it. We understand sometimes it's more than just a cleanout, it's an accumulation of someone's life. We go the extra mile to do the job with integrity, and we're fully insured in the industry. Call John's Cleanouts and Property Preservation today and take the stress out of your mess.
Get ready. It's truck season at Steve Pawnee Chevrolet, and these deals won't last long. Test drive the 2024 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT 4x4. Lease it for $489 a month for 3 years, 10,000 miles per year. Or take advantage of the purchase offer with a $6,000 rebate or rates as low as 0.9%. Or the 2024 Equinox LS all-wheel drive. Lease it for only $359 a month for 3 years, 10,000 miles per year. Or purchase it with a $2,000 rebate and rates as low as 1.9%. Together, let's drive with Steve Pawnee Chevy. Customers must qualify top-tier credit through GM Financial. Offer on select models. Lease offer must have select model current lease through GM Financial. Finance offer must have 2010 or newer Chevrolet trade-in. All taxes, fees, and first payment due on delivery. See salesperson for details. Must take delivery by April 30th, 2024. See why it's always easy to do business at Steve Pawnee Chevrolet, Route 28 in Herkimer, or at StevePawneeChevy.com.
Gold rose significantly in the past 5 presidential election years. This election year, gold is up 15%. Don't believe paid celebrity hype on buying gold. Call America's gold expert, Dr. Mike Fulgens, at Universal Coin and Bullion for my free award-winning gold guide. I've advised attorneys general on consumer protection. Don't overpay, as I won't add ridiculous markups. Call Dr. Fulgens. Dial pound 250 on your mobile phone and say Gold Expert. That's pound 250 and say Gold Expert.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
Well, good morning. It's Friday. Sun is going to be shining And for the third night in a row, this giant stray black cat sprayed on our basement window.
Again?
I hose it off. The cat comes back and sprays. Now
you got to spray the cat.
That smell. It's going to be weekend. I'm going to be around. I'm going to be around this weekend.
No trespassing,
I
kitty.
can't believe this thing. And it's an enormous cat. I think it's.
You think it's a stray? You think somebody owns it?
I think it's a black panther.
I don't think stray cats are fat. Somebody's
This
got to
thing
own
is
this
not
thing,
fat. I didn't say it was fat.
Oh.
I said it's huge, tall.
Okay.
Like
you think it's a baby panther?
If you had a little cat door in your house for this cat, the cat would have a tough time ducking down to get through it. Davey. What do I have to do? What do I have to do?
We seen the cat firsthand when we were in Studio B. It was looking at us right in the window.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I tried to take a picture and the thing took off.
People in my neighborhood, I don't know what it is or where they get off.
This cat.
They have
get this cat.
They have exterior cat doors, and they feed the cats. And
this is the problem. This is the problem.
They're feeding.
Stupid.
So they're bringing in
Don't
feral cats.
feed cats.
My cat will go into their garage and get the food.
And
it needs a diet.
Let's do this contest. Get this thing out of the way, and I'll talk more about this. Gary in where's Gary from, Davey?
In Rome.
Rome. Hey, Gary in Rome. Good morning. How you doing?
Yeah, good morning.
How do I get rid of this cat? What do you think? Is there something
for 200 of Ebike's dollars?
Isn't there something I could spray that the cat would hate and be like, oh, I'm not going there?
Yes, put down an offending odor of some sort.
Yeah, or a cage.
Good point.
A trap.
Or you can spray some pellets, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey, before I forget, I was out at the Odd a few weeks ago, and I met the infamous Stefan.
You did meet Stefan.
You had that pleasure.
Well, hello, Gary.
Right. I heard him on your channel for years and finally met him.
Well, that's Stefan's I
bet you weren't disappointed.
He's doing well. In fact, he's telling us all about the fact that he has his colonoscopy coming up on Monday. Real men, he says.
He's bragging about
get tested. All right. Well, he's just looking forward to the sleep. I keep telling him it's the best sleep you're ever going to have. You're going to love it. All right. Here we go, Gary. Now, I'm going to warn you. This question, I'm just going to say is because $200 is on the line. The question is complicated. The answer is much more simple. So think simply
and
on
listen.
this.
Listen
and listen
carefully.
very carefully. Yeah. Because the way this question has been written, I see what they're doing. They're taking an easy question and making it a little more difficult by adding some gobbledygook, if you will. All right. So are you ready to go?
I am.
All right. Here's your question. And actually, it comes from the category, he's in the news. And here's the question. If people were required to be a fan of the baseball team they were born closest to, which team would be Harvey Weinstein's favorite? Ready, go.
Dodgers.
The L.A. Dodgers.
That's West Coast, and you were looking for East Coast.
That is your answer, the Los Angeles Dodgers?
I thought you meant where he's born, but if he's next to, because I know he's here locally, so...
No. So you understand the question. This is why I knew this.
Yes.
Who wrote this question? What kind of idiot would write a question like this?
You should get your money back.
So the question is, if people were required to be someone needs to pay me $200 to read this question.
Jeez.
If people were required to be a fan of the baseball team they were born closest to. So that means, basically...
What's the nearest
where you were born?
Team?
Where you were born? What's the closest baseball team? And you're saying the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah, I'm just guessing he's born in LA.
All right. Turns out it's Flushing, New York, which would be the New York Mets.
That'd be the Yankees.
Yeah, it'd be the Mets.
Oh, Mets,
Flushing,
right? Yeah,
in Flushing. So, all right. Well, that was a long walk around the block to get to the candy store, wasn't it? Holy cow!
It's a long walk around the cell block.
It is, yeah.
kind of like waiting for the Bills to pick last night.
Oh, all right.
boy.
What is your take on? Because I came in this morning and Davey's like, stupid. They're stupid. Andrew, stupid. I like to think these guys have a little bit of insight that we don't have, and they have a strategy.
I agree with you. I agree.
And I try to wait and see, because come tomorrow or come the end of the weekend, we might be like, that was brilliant. I hope we're saying
I agree with you totally, but I also, on the other side of the coin, I wonder, did the Chiefs just get the wide receiver? We should have.
You're absolutely right. And is that going to? And oh, by the way, we'll all be saying when that comes back to haunt us,
AFC Championship game, and
next year.
For sure.
And
catch the touchdown.
Yeah, it'd be, how did he catch that ball? I'll tell you how he caught it. Dave, you'll be like, stupid. All right, that's how it'll all conclude. All right, good stuff, Gary. We'll give you the all-in-one food and fun card. It's a $25 gift card from good at Aquavino, Taylor the Cook. We were at a wine dinner last night, at a wine tasting last night, which was really cool at Aquavino. So, great place, great gift card. Stand by. Davey's going to hook you up.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you, Gary. Have a great weekend. It's going to be pretty nice. On hold, I hit the right button, I think, and there we go.
And John from Bridgewater, he's an ultimate Bills hater. Bills, bring in anyone you want. Not going to help, LOL.
Well, you may be right.
Jay in Utica, he has a comment based on what I think you're going to talk about next. Jay in Utica saying there are like 35,000 students at Columbia University and only a couple hundred demonstrating. So it is a small minority that is ruining it for everyone else.
I do feel that there's truth to that, but I'll tell you what I learned yesterday, coming up in a second. Also, Donna said cats don't like getting sprayed. Maybe I just put a hose out there and let it spray constantly.
A sprinkler.
Here's Robin with a solution. Hi, Robin in Rome. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. I do have a solution for you, and it involves a realtor.
Okay. All right.
I bought so this is good
all right.
for Andrew as well.
All right, here we go.
I love it. I bought a house, and it was evident to me that it was cat urine all in front of the house, and it had been there a while because the house sat vacant for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. I told the realtor, and the realtor said, I have a solution. Mothballs.
Mothballs.
I get a little box of those little round mothballs, and I just sprinkled them in front of my house, and instantly it went away. The cat is so hated the smell of mothballs.
Okay.
That it worked. But the problem is it kind of seeps into the house a little bit.
Okay.
The smell's really strong, but the smell goes away.
The smell goes away. All right, I'm going to try it.
Wow, okay. So you would just put it in the window well there.
Gee, there's a basement window well.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, that's the thing. Your basement's going to smell a little mothbally a little bit.
I'm okay with it.
But,
it'll bring me. It's going to bring me back to my grandmother's house. So
the memories.
It will work. Guaranteed it will work.
All right, Robin.
I love it.
I will report on this on Monday. I'm going out after the show to the mothball store, and I'm going to take care of this.
Very good.
Good stuff.
My work is done.
Thank you. Your work is done. You can enjoy the weekend now. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Mothballs. I'm all about it. Okay. I'm running with it. So the comment on Columbia, 350 students. Are there? I think there were more than that.
35,000 students and then a couple hundred.
And NYU is in the same boat. I think NYU has 27,000 students. Imagine being just a number in that group. And so my daughter's on campus and was complaining about all of this. And that was prompted by the fact that USC has canceled their commencement. Mm-hmm. And very much like, who made that comment?
Jay in Utica.
Jay. Very much like what Jay said is that, it angers her because these kids have worked so hard to graduate and to walk the stage.
Yep.
And it's all being taken away from them. In fact, she's saying, I'm pretty sure, and, I feel like we're being shortchanged if it happens. But she said, I will not be surprised if they cancel all classes. We're this close to the end of the school year and send everybody home and go remote because they can't deal with the problem.
And your daughter loves school.
She does. Well, she does. She takes it very seriously. Very much takes after me.
Which is
right? Yeah.
Not your wife at all.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm glad to hear that she's thinking about this logically and also done her research and followed the news. To me, that I'm happy about that because she is completely of the belief that the students that are protesting have no idea what they're protesting about. She said there are kids that are walking into class, girls. Can we call them that these days?
Yeah, if they identify as such.
Females walking into the wearing the scarf on their head. The
Hamas, Hezbollah garb.
And that's part of their protest. And I said, are these Arab students? Are these Palestinians? She said, no, they look just like me. Blonde hair, blue eyes. They have no idea what they are.
God.
But you know what? I got to tell you, they're going to one of the most expensive.
That's kind of appropriate.
One of the most expensive universities on the planet. They're completely privileged. They have no idea how. And her concern, the thing that's making her most bothered is, she said, the students, the only ones, she said in her group of, she's a chemistry major, in her group, the only ones who are supporting Israel are the Jewish students. And
nobody else is.
And again, it's anecdotal, so
yeah, right.
But she said, I just can't imagine how these students feel when they've got to walk by these people shouting at them as they're walking up the stairs to go into the class. I mean, it's terrible. But it just shocks me, the number. At first, I thought these are not students. There's a few students out there and some activists. But I think this has grown to a point where they don't even know. This is her take. This is their 60s moment.
Mm-hmm.
They're on a campus. They're out protesting. This is their moment. That lived it, but in the 60s we were
people knew what they were fighting
Vietnam.
for.
There was the racial situations in the country, and there was the sexual revolution. All of that stuff was going on as people were protesting, and they had something to protest.
You would walk up to them and say, "What are you protesting?" and they'd give
knew.
you an answer.
These kids don't know.
I saw a video.
How can you not realize that there are still hostages being held that are being held only because they are Jewish in Gaza right now? And by the way, some of them are Americans.
Yeah, and some of them watched their friends brutally murdered at a music festival or wherever else.
Raped and pulled out of cars. And how do you now? When we were bombed at Pearl Harbor and we responded, we ended the war with a nuclear weapon. Do you think that when we dropped the bomb on Hiroshima that we thought it was only going to affect the military? No, it was meant to break the will of the people, and to end the war. And ultimately, we believe that it ended up saving lives. Our response to 9/11, we knew there would be innocent people that would be caught up in this. That's just what happens, horrifically, in war, and that's what this is. And Israel is defending itself. And while I think it is valid to say you got to do your best to try to avoid civilians and really work extra hard to avoid civilians, who are we to say that Israel should not defend its citizens? And here are these privileged punks marching outside their colleges when they should be in class getting their money's worth. But they're not,
educated.
And they don't even know what the hell.
Getting educated.
They do not know what they're protesting.
Yeah.
And that was her complaint. And she's like, I just can't even talk to people because it is so heated. It turns into a fight.
Well, the other
and
point she made,
and they don't know what they're fighting over.
The other point you told me she made was a very valid one too. Try living the life that these young ladies live over there.
She said when they come in and they're wearing the scarf on their head, I want to walk up to them and say, imagine when you're done with your little protest, you're going to be wearing shorts this summer. You're going to try showing your skin over there and not cover your face and cover your body. What would happen to you? You may be raped. You may be stoned.
Jailed.
It is. And that's what you're standing up for? You're standing up for, and many of these protesters are female. You're standing up for a group that doesn't value you at all,
As
your
a person.
gender.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind.
And it's beyond supporting Palestine. They're supporting terrorist organizations.
No doubt about it. And I really felt like it wasn't all of these students, but I was wrong. Got a break. News is straight ahead.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome.
W295EI.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
We need common ground, not vicious competition. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what China's leader Xi Jinping says after wrapping up a meeting today with Secretary of State Antony Blinken.
We've advanced our cooperation on fentanyl and other synthetic drugs, the number one killer of Americans between the ages of 18 and 45.
Blinken also says they'll work together on artificial intelligence amid trade disputes, with the biggest American concern remains China helping Russia.
The PRC providing components that are powering Russia's brutal war of aggression against Ukraine.
As the U.S. prepares new weapons and ammo to send to Ukraine, American military officials tell AP Ukraine's no longer using 31 Abrams tanks the U.S. sent last year. 5 have been destroyed. The others considered too vulnerable now to Russian attacks. Former President Trump will soon head back to court in New York for more testimony at his first criminal trial as we await a Supreme Court ruling, who knows when, on his claim to be immune from prosecution in the federal 2020 election-related case. Justice Samuel Alito was worried that if presidents are not immune,
will that not lead us into a cycle that destabilizes the functioning of our country?
Now, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson feared at yesterday's hearing what blanket immunity might lead to.
Wouldn't there be a significant risk that future presidents would be emboldened to commit crimes with abandon while they're in office?
The demonstrations continue on college campuses across the country.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
That's at George Washington University this morning. Now, there have also been protests against Israel and pro-Palestinian across the country. Campuses where there have been arrests from Massachusetts to New York to Georgia to Texas out to California. America's listening to Fox News.
All right, Father's Day, graduation season right around the corner. And if you're looking for a really great, unique gift, you got to check out the personalized receiver covers from my friends at Henry Repeating Arms. Now, they're available for Henry's Golden Boy and Golden Boy Silver rifles, which come in 3 calibers, 22 LR, 22 Magnum, and 17 HMR. Just go to henryusa.com and type in personalized in your search box. Well, there you're going to find a link to the product page with step-by-step instructions. They can engrave any message that you want, up to 20 words, and the process is easy, it's simple, it's affordable, and it doesn't require a gunsmith. Check out Henry's personalized receiver covers if you're looking for a great gift for dads or grads. Make sure you get their free catalog. They mail it with free decals and a list of dealers where you live. That's henryusa.com. You get the free catalog, free decals. They have 200 rifles, shotguns, revolvers to choose from, and you're going to love this company. I know I do.
We'll get an inflation update later this hour. A gauge the Federal Reserve closely tracks called personal consumption expenditures. The day after a report showed a bigger than expected economic slowdown that dragged stocks down. As of now, stock futures are rising on Wall Street. An Obama-era internet rule is back.
In 2017, the Federal Communications Commission repealed net neutrality rules. That meant companies like Verizon and Comcast had a free hand to charge more for faster internet. They were able to throttle or block sites or apps. But now the FCC is returning to neutrality, meaning providers of internet service should treat all traffic equally. The telecommunications industry opposed neutrality, saying government was getting in the way of business decisions. In Washington, Jill Nato, Fox News.
The NFL draft will continue tonight with rounds 2 and 3. It started last night with 3 quarterbacks The top 3 picks. The Chicago Bears took Caleb Williams out of USC first. Washington selected LSU's Jaden Daniels. New England chose Drake May from North Carolina. The next QB taken was from the University of Washington by Atlanta with the 8th pick.
The Falcons raised eyebrows when they selected Michael Penix Jr. because the team just signed quarterback Kirk Cousins to a 4-year deal for $180 million. The Vikings traded up from 11th to 10th and took Michigan quarterback J.J. McCarthy. The Broncos, with the 12th selection, went with quarterback Bo Nix from Oregon. A record-tying 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round. There were 7 wide receivers selected, including Marvin Harrison Jr. from Ohio State, who went 4th overall to the Cardinals.
It's Fox's Jared Max. In the NBA playoffs, Denver beat LA again. So the defending champion Nuggets have LeBron James and the Lakers down 3-0. Philadelphia and Orlando also won last night on the ice. Carolina and Florida won NHL playoff games. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 News Time 8:05. I'm Andrew Derminio. Right now it's 36 degrees under sunny skies. We're going to continue to warm up into the lower 60s today. Your full weather forecast is on the way. This update brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Stay tuned for that 8 a.m. code word, your chance to win up to $30,000 with Keeler's cash code. It is a code you type into the WIBX 950 mobile app or WIBX950.com. Stay tuned for it. President Biden has wrapped up his second trip to Syracuse since 2022. Mr. Biden spoke at the Museum of Science and Technology yesterday to tout Micron Technology receiving billions of dollars in federal funding. Micron is going to build computer chip plants at the White Pine Commerce Park in Clay. Those facilities are expected to create thousands of new jobs and provide a massive boost to the central New York community. Family members of 2 fallen law enforcement officers have had the opportunity to meet with President Biden. The president talked with relatives of Syracuse police officer Michael Jensen and Onondaga County Sheriff's Department Lieutenant Michael Husak yesterday. Jensen and Husak were killed in the line of duty while they were looking into a report of a stolen vehicle in Salina earlier in the month. The man who murdered them died in a shootout with police. One of the biggest airline carriers in the country has announced plans to leave Syracuse Hancock International Airport. Southwest Airlines will no longer be offering services beginning August 4th. The company says it's cutting flights across its network in an effort to save money. Their Q1 financials show a $231 million loss. Right now, Southwest has flights that go to Orlando, Baltimore, and Tampa from Syracuse. Impacted employees will have the chance to move to other airports. The nearest Southwest airport is Albany. You can read the full story at WIBX950.com. A man from West Edmonston, New York, is facing animal abuse charges for allegedly starving his dog. The dog's name is Lexi, and she's in the care of the Susquehanna SPCA in Cooperstown. Lexi is emaciated, and the Otsego County Sheriff's Office arrested Justin Kucera on Wednesday. The 29-year-old is charged with overdriving, torturing, and injuring animals, and failure to provide proper sustenance. And over 1,000 student workers at Syracuse University have voted to join a union. The student workers work in the library and food services are going to become members of SEIU Local 200 United. School officials say they're planning to meet with the students soon to hammer out a collective bargaining agreement. Syracuse University is the second largest employer in all of Onondaga County. Your 8 a.m. code word to win Keeler's cash is 396. Type 396 into the WIBX 950 mobile app or WIBX950.com. 396 for your chance to win Keeler's cash. And I believe somebody had a question about how to do it. If you go to the website, yes, Muammer in Utica, you type it into the WIBX 950 mobile app, 396. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Adirondack Home Furniture. For today, expect sunny skies, highs in the lower 60s. Then clear skies overnight return with lows in the mid to upper 30s. Chance of rain showers mainly in the afternoon tomorrow. Otherwise, an increase in clouds. Have temperatures in the mid 60s. But by Monday, we'll see temperatures around 80 degrees with partly sunny skies. Right now, it's 36 under clear skies at 8:09. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43 local contractors. Well, the Buffalo Bills have yet to pick a person in the draft. Buffalo was supposed to have the 28th overall selection last night, but traded it for the number 32 pick with the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. They then flipped the 32nd pick to the Carolina Panthers in exchange for the 33rd pick. That selection won't be made until the second round of the draft, which begins tonight. Meanwhile, the Giants added an offensive weapon on the first night of the 2024 NFL Draft. With the 6th overall pick, the G-Men selected LSU wide receiver Malik Neighbors. The 20-year-old caught 89 passes for 1,569 yards and 14 touchdowns for the Tigers in 2023. The Jets also added to their offense in the first round after making a trade with the Vikings. Gang Green selected Penn State offensive tackle Olu Fashanu with the 11th overall pick. The Knicks dropped their first game of the postseason after falling to the 76ers 125-114 in Game 3 at Wells Fargo Center. The series is now at 2-1. Game 4 will be on Sunday afternoon. The Islanders are on the brink of elimination. They were topped by the Carolina Hurricanes 3-2 in Game 3 at UBS Arena. The Islanders are now trailing the best of first-round series 3-0 and will look to extend their season tomorrow afternoon in Game 4. The Rangers are hoping to put the Capitals on life support after coming from behind for a victory in Game 2. The Blue Shirts are visiting Washington tonight for Game 3 at Capital One Arena. They are up 2-0 in the best-of-7 series, and there is a lot of time, in between these NHL playoff games. I feel like there's a huge gap.
We'll be playing hockey into June, right?
Yeah, and the NBA Finals as well.
Yeah.
The Athletics managed to split their series with the Yankees. They won 3-0 after the Yankees left bases loaded and other runners on base throughout the course of the game. Twice they left bases loaded with no outs. Hard to believe, but Jose Trevino was the only scorer for the Yankees. They are still on top of the AL East. They're a half game ahead of the Baltimore Orioles at 17-9. They'll visit the Brewers for a 3-game series that begins at American Family Field tonight. And the Mets begin a 7-game homestand tonight. They will host the St. Louis Cardinals, and they are right now third in the NL East at 13-11. It is 8-12.
So on the draft, Davey, your reaction to the Bills basically trading down and not selecting twice last night, your reaction is?
Stupid.
Davey thinks it's stupid. And, it may very well be. And we're going to have to sit and wait and see what happens.
They better come out tonight and make the pick at 33 and then at 60. It better be somebody that's been on the big board that they've been putting their eye on.
Well, here's what Bean has to say as he's explaining it, because there's been a lot of criticism. I could see them, he's talking about the Chiefs, taking a receiver, but you don't truly know. But where they were moving from, I don't think it mattered to us who they were going to pick. That's his take on the Chiefs getting that wide receiver. Now we've got, and this is his take on it. This is why, and believe me, he's following his board, recruiting board.
He's listening to the draft people that he assembled a part of his staff.
Now we've got the 2 2s, which will happen most likely today. A 3, a 4, and 4 5s. I think that gives us our best chance to fill some roles or use ammo to move around again, depending on how the board falls. So he is completely relying on that board, and that's what they wanted to do last night.
So you're telling me they have 2 2s, a 3, a 4, and then 5. They have nothing in the 6.
They have 4 5s. 4 5s.
They have nothing in the 6th or 7th round.
I have no idea. I don't know that, Davey. I don't know.
It just the timing of everything. They wanted a wide receiver. They needed a wide receiver. The Kansas City Chiefs got them.
Got it.
Then you go from 32 to 33 for what purpose?
We'll find out, right? And as Gary in Rome said, we'll be all good with it until that wide receiver catches the game-winning touchdown in the division championship and knocking us out.
So just a few things here. Liz in Utica saying Tell Bill to try using fox urine. I don't know where you would get it, but you can use fox urine seriously. It will get rid of chipmunks and other small critters as well.
We have chipmunks too. I can't stand those chipmunks.
Dana's saying we have a heart trap. If
We're
Bill wants it.
just so you know, we're talking about an enormous black cat that is spraying all over our basement window. So what's next on the lawn furniture and stuff like that? That's what I'm worried about. So we gotta get rid of this thing.
Donna mentions a motion activated sprinkler, which I think she sent to both of us. I do want to let Leisha in Little Falls and Matt and Clinton know you're not commenting the code for the Keeler's cash code. Don't do it like a app comment. You have to. There's an actual section of the website and section of the app that says Keeler cash code. That's where you have to put the number 396 in. Bernie in Utica. Bill, that trivia question, the answer would not have been the Mets, but it wouldn't have been the Yankees because when Harvey Weinstein was born, it was the Brooklyn Dodgers. The Yankees were closer. I think that's wrong because the Mets have always been in Flushing, Queens.
Well, no, the Mets didn't. I see what he's saying because Weinstein was born in what year? Because the Mets didn't. The Mets. That's an interesting take on it. Which is why I wanted to qualify and Gary said the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yes, because he would have been wrong.
I wanted to qualify that because the Dodgers were in Brooklyn in the 50s before they
1952.
They moved. So, he was born in 52. So in
Did he say the Dodgers?
He said the Dodgers, and I asked, so the Los Angeles Dodgers, and he said yes.
Okay.
Because if he said no, the Brooklyn Dodgers,
you would have had to give it to him.
Then it would have been, I think I would have had to have given it to him because he was born in 1952.
Yes.
The Mets did not become a team until 1962. So technically, he's right. The answer would have been the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah. And then finally, one more, Dick in Deerfield. Campus protests are part of any free society's public debate of important issues. Universities should engage students by channeling protest passion into open debate and seminar-style teach-ins and student committee input into investment and divestment issues. Using police to crack down on peaceful protesters is a tactic used in authoritarian countries like China. But when you're shouting death to Jews, it's a little bit of a different story, Dick.
I'll give you, the only thing I can tell you is I know because I'm getting emails from NYU on how they handled it. So in this case, they set up very strict rules that the protesters had to follow. They had barriers, areas where the protesters could not go past a certain area. And keep in mind, when Jewish students are walking into the buildings, they're being shouted at, and they're being shouted at with anti-Semitic comments. So that's not a part of what I think the school should be allowing in a thoughtful dialogue between students. It's just not the case. And so they climbed over the barriers. They broke all the rules. They called the police. To me, that's the American way. I'm okay with it. And then we go to Chris in Bridgewater who wants to comment on the Buffalo Bills deal. Hey, Chris, good morning. What do you think?
Wait, this is Bill from Bridgewater.
Oh, it's
Chris.
Bill. Okay. Hello, Bill in Bridgewater. Good morning.
Sorry, Bill.
So for those of you that don't remember, maybe you guys do, the last time the Chiefs traded up with the Bills, who did they get?
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
That's what we did talk about that, yeah.
I think today we need to start the conversation about the Chiefs winning 4 in a row because the third is a given. That's let's just put that in the past. We need to really start a conversation about when they win 4 in a row. Don't you think?
So you feel? Are you a Bill? Are you a Chiefs fan?
I'm a reality fan.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Way to deflect.
Here we go. Here we go. How about the guy that the Patriots picked? What was his name, Davey? The kid the Patriots picked?
You mean the quarterback from North Carolina, Drake May?
Yeah.
May. He's a huge Josh Allen fan, and yesterday was comparing himself to Josh Allen, which is
and
a
Bill
pretty tall order.
Belichick probably still salty. Said
weighed in on that.
Belichick weighed in and said,
"We'll see about that."
We'll see about that. Yeah, so he's not happy anyway with, right?
He's not coaching right now.
That's right. All right, Bill. We'll see what happens. Maybe we are talking about the new dynasty. I know you're talking about it. I'd like to see it.
I bet you he's got a room in his house that's just all red and yellow, and it's disgusting.
Wait a minute. Who have you been talking to?
All right, William. Thank you so much.
All right, buddy.
Have a great day. Thank you. Have a great day. All right. Well, there you go. There you go. And Sarah's Flooring Outlet is the only place to think about when it's time for flooring. My wife and I are thinking about flooring right now. And you want, like, for instance, the entryway of your home. Maybe you want to put tile in, or there's something else that you're looking for. You want something that's unique, something that suits your needs. And do you really want to pick something that everybody else is picking? Because that's what you get at the big box stores. The inventory is so large at Sarah's when it comes to flooring. You're sure to get something unique and perfect, whatever you're looking for. Whether it's hardwoods, carpeting, tile, it's all there. And right now you can get 6 months interest-free financing at Sarah's Flooring Outlet. Check them out online in sarahsflooringoutlet.com or go into their facility right there on River Road in Marcy. It's in Sarah's Flooring Outlet, Route 49 Plaza, River Road in Marcy.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
The smarter way to clean your floors. It's time to make the swap. Swiffer Power Mop.
Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. The solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket, and the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get deep into grout. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
Replacing your roof isn't a decision you take lightly. You want industry standards met with affordable options and a crew who knows how important a sound roof is to you and your family. Dennis Padulla & Sons Roofing is your hometown roofers with deep roots in our community. Padulla roofers specialize in residential roofing projects. They're a GAF certified master elite roofing contractor who keeps their standards above the rest. Call 315-733-1564 to find out more about their Roofs for Troops mail-in rebate. Dennis Padulla & Sons Roofing, your hometown roofers.
Hi, this is Bill Cole from Gates Cole Insurance with exciting news. We are expanding with a couple of new offices in our area. One new location is North Country Estates Insurance in Lowville. They are another independent insurance agency that takes pride in making customers happy and fits our culture at Gates Cole perfectly. Here is William Schaub from the newest Gates Cole agency, North Country Estates Insurance in Lowville.
Working with us as an independent agent with this many companies, we will often call our clients and say, we're going to reduce your premium if you like. We have the companies that do well in New York and specifically this area. The coverages that we provide are commercial and personal insurance. That's the home, the auto, ATV, motorcycle. There's nothing more fun than taking care of a customer and being able to tell them that we're able to save them some money.
Proudly representing Finger Lakes Fire and Casualty Company of Trumansburg, New York. Gates Cole Insurance. We'll take care of you.
Saturday, May 11th, the Rome Capitol Theater presents CNY On Stage Live. Join host Sydney Irving and her band The Mojo, American Idol contestant Ethan Harris, plus comedians, dance groups, a magician, and more. CNY On Stage Live, Saturday, May 11th, 7 p.m. at the Rome Capitol Theater.
Tickets available at romecapital.com. Brought to you by the Rapke Law Firm, Tarduno Dental Office, and the Tucker family.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Are you prepared for the future? Help secure your family's financial well-being with professional guidance. Join us for a complimentary estate planning workshop presented by the DiGiorgio Law Firm with Phil DiGiorgio. Discover the key to creating a customized estate plan to protect assets and minimize taxes. Mark your calendar for 5:30 p.m. May 14th at the office of the DiGiorgio Law Firm, located at 258 Genesee Street in Utica. Space is limited, so RSVP today.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Before you buy or take delivery of a bed where you can pick a number on each side and pick the firmness, compare to the Smart Bed by Instant Comfort at Mattress Express. Compare price, compare warranty, compare features. No appointment necessary.
Hello, everyone in Central New York. This is Dave Letterman, your old TV pal. Remember me? I'm supposed to say something witty and funny here about Bill Keeler, but I've got nothing. Ever see a picture of this guy? That's a joke in itself. Anyhow, here's Keeler on WIBX.
Hey, I want to tell you, it is happening in Herkimer County. Explore the Herkimer Diamond Mines. Savor the taste of Herkimer cheese, which is really oh so good. Or take a boat tour along the historic Erie Canal. If you have a business or event to promote, reach out to the Herkimer County Development Facebook page, and they'll help you showcase the event. Coming soon to Herkimer County. It's just around the corner. Food truck season coming in May. Whether it's the downtown chow down in Herkimer,
yum,
the Alien Food Truck Frenzy, or the Healed Path Brewery in Frankfort, just some of the events that are happening coming up beginning in May in Herkimer County. So, and then of course it all ends, although it just kicks off the fall season, the Herkimer County Fair. It is happening in Herkimer County. Unless we're talking about e-Bliss, e-bikes, then it is happening in Clinton. And in studio right now is Bill Klein and Bill Kromzak. Williams, good morning.
Morning. Morning.
All right, so nice and tight on the microphone. You've actually brought in one of these bikes.
Absolutely.
All right. Explain the goal. Explain the. I mean, those are big tires on the.
Oh,
on
absolutely.
Bike too.
Yep. So first of all, I'm Bill Clem, so Chairman CEO of eBliss. First of all, it's a pleasure to be here today with you guys. Thanks very much for having us. We're excited to announce our first experience center in the U.S., and that is here with Bill Kromzak. So this is about creating a community. There's 119 million rides in a car every day in America, solo people, and 29 million of those are less than a mile. So we started eBliss with the goal to own the 1 mile ride.
Okay.
Why do you need 63,000 components in an internal combustion engine vehicle to drive a mile?
Yeah.
So with that, we're showcasing Bill Kromzak, who's running our first experience center here in Mohawk Valley. This is the first one in the country, and again, we're super happy. We brought a toy with us. We brought
I see that. I'm going to try to get that on camera here
bike.
for those that are.
Love you guys to try it.
Watching on YouTube.
It's got a key and an ignition.
Key is to keep the battery locked, but once we have the power on, you're ready to roll. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, use it as a regular bike.
Do you need a driver's license for this?
You do not.
You do not.
You do not. It goes 20 miles an hour with the throttle, 28 miles an hour pedal assist.
Wow.
These will go 30, 40, 60. Some of our bikes will go 200 miles on a charge.
Wow. Yes. All right. Yes. That's cool.
Yeah. And again, it's about the experience, right? So we design all of our bikes here in the U.S. We globally source them. Our group between Europe and the U.S. is probably the 19th or 20th largest e-bike maker in the world. But we design these things for people to enjoy. So belts, sealed transmissions, no maintenance. The only thing you should have maintenance is tires and brake pads, and that's why Bill's here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're going to be, Bill, you're going to have a dealership basically in Clinton.
Yep. And service, sales, test drives. People can come out, feel, touch. A lot of bikes being bought online.
Yeah.
You get a bike, you need to put it together. And the weird part is, if you don't put it together right, you have a misfortune, try getting it apart. We're not going to be in that position.
Yeah, okay.
We have total service for these things.
How will the bike do going up the hill to Hamilton College?
I do fantastic. That's the pedal assist. This has a 750-watt fully automatic 2-speed gearbox, so this will get you up the hill very nicely.
Okay.
Some of our bikes will carry up to a 250-pound rider and 250 pounds of cargo. So these things are designed to be e-mobility products.
All right, so I'm just on the cusp, but I'll probably be able to ride.
Oh no, I think you're just fine.
Well, what's good too is that I noticed there's and there is a story right now at WIBX950.com. You can go check out the website and you can see the 4 different types of models that will be available. But some are, more of a road leisure type ride, and some of them look like you can take them off-roading and such.
Yeah. The outer here that we brought is a perfect bike for that. Going down the trails, hitting a bike trail from here to Ilion. And you know what? It starts to rain, hit the throttle, head on back.
How long does the battery last? Now I know that I have a hybrid.
Okay.
So I can get about 16, 17 miles on battery alone. So I'm able to go to work, go home, never use any gasoline. It does change in the wintertime. And if it's really hot and you're running AC, it does change. How long does a battery on this last?
So again, this particular bike will go probably 50 miles if you don't use too much power on it.
Okay.
But we have a couple of bikes that'll do easily 100 miles. So what we're trying to do is to give the consumer, just like you just talked about, that worry-free, I can do what I want to do on my bike.
Yeah, okay.
It's that own that mile. How many mile trips, 5-mile trips? We know that 50% of the trips in America that solo drivers have are under 7 miles. So if we own the mile, we'll own the 7 miles. People get used to riding them, just like you're talking about.
Yeah. Does the battery charge if you are not using the electric and you're pedaling?
There is no regeneration on this one. It plugs into your standard wall socket at home. Couple hours, you're fully charged if you go all the way down to 0. Again, these are all UL listed batteries, so there's no, we try to eliminate the risk of fire and all that stuff by just having unquestionably high quality products.
Describe this bike if you for those not watching on YouTube, although in a little bit I'll have a good shot of it on YouTube.
So Bill, if you don't mind, I'll try to give it a try. All right, so this bike was designed to be a multi-purpose bike. So this is a 4.8 inch tires. It's
big tire.
Big tire. It gives you a lot of cushion. So it feels really good on gravel. Lots of hunters use these bikes in the wintertime as well. This is one of those bikes, because there's no maintenance, there's no chain. So chains on bikes start to rust 20 minutes after you take them out of the box.
Really?
Oh,
no chain on this thing?
No chain. It's all belt, sealed transmission. Everything is internal, so our bikes are designed to be
maintenance-free. So will you be
free.
able to still pedal if the battery dies?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay. That's big.
It's a regular bike that gives you an assist. So there's 2 modes of assist. One mode is throttle. That'll take you to 20 miles an hour if you just want to be throttling. The pedal assist will take you to 28 miles an hour.
Wow.
What does that bike run?
Bike's about $32.95.
Okay.
So again, we're not going to be the cheapest bike out there, but you also don't have to have your bike maintained. So we take about.
I'll tell you, some of the Treks and other like sport road bikes are more than that.
Yeah. Well, and if you think about it, also they're expensive to maintain. You know, derailleurs, which is the most common way to kind of move energy around a bike. About every 100 miles, you've got to adjust those, right? The cables stretch. So we have hydraulic brakes. We have everything is sealed. So what we want to be able to do is to have the consumers. So by the way, the e-bike business in America last year did 1.8 million bikes. So Toyota sold 1.9 million cars. So this is tipping over now to a mass market product. Wow. So our forecasts are 5 million by 2030 per year. And if you think about a bike costing $3,000, that's a car industry that's being born here in America. And we want to have the unquestionably best product. And we also want to have the best retailers. Bill Kromzak, for 40 plus years, has been one of the guys fixing everybody's cars here in his body shops and his wholesale business. His ability to manage his community is fantastic. And that's the reason we selected Bill.
Bill Klum in studio along with Bill Kromzak. And this e-bike company will be in Clinton. I see a lot of these, I believe, in New York City. Delivery drivers use them all the time. And it's they actually have these handlebars that have mittens.
They have to.
Because they're driving them in the wintertime.
So the number one e-bike market in America is Minneapolis.
Why
and
is
it
that?
gets cold there.
And
it does.
It's colder than it is here. I mean, I grew up in Detroit. Minneapolis is colder than that.
Yeah. All right.
We can both agree they have awful Minnesota Vikings fans up there. It's just terrible.
We don't want to talk about that.
I think this is very it's very interesting, and especially at a time where you know people are looking to save money. The whole, saving the environment type thing. But not everybody wants to just get an old-fashioned bike and be sweaty.
And these look good, too.
And be sweaty when you get to work.
These are nice-looking bikes, too.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thanks.
Again, bikes don't have to be ugly, right? So, you're common in New York City, right? New York City, your head better be on a swivel. Because those e-bikes are going everywhere.
Yeah.
That's not just, Europe is now 5 million e-bikes, so 28% of the rides in called Benelux, which is Holland and Belgium, happen on a bike, on an e-bike. And that is now, and it's like 2% or 1% in the U.S., so that growth is now coming to the U.S. What you're seeing in New York City on cargo and delivery, so we will be coming out with cargo and delivery models here in the U.S. in the third and fourth quarter.
Okay.
So we think there's a huge market, even in this town, right?
Yeah.
Look at the investment that's happened in Utica on bike lanes and things.
Yeah.
People, and then look at how many deliveries are happening online these days. So roads are getting congested with all these delivery trucks. So Amazon, UPS, USPS, DoorDash. They're all experimenting with all of these kinds of mobility options.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make unquestionably the best unit, and then again we wanted to find the best retailers.
Bill, when will these bikes be available?
They are available. I have plenty in stock.
Now.
And and Saturday, when we have the open house, there will be specials on the bikes and a special military discount also.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And then so we see this bike here as you described it. What other types do you have? What other models do you have?
We have a everyday rider. If you want to take a little cruise, take the trails, nice bike, exercise, beautiful. Like you said before, turn a 2-mile trip into a 10-mile trip, and you come home with a smile, not a sweat.
Yeah,
and enjoy it.
Come home with a smile, not a sweat.
Yeah.
I like it.
Can you put the bell and the little
it's
bell
got a bell on it. There's a bell on it.
Oh, it's already on
Absolutely.
there. Good. All right. Perfect.
And again, that'll have a rack on it, and many options can be added to it.
Okay.
So
awesome.
One of the things that we talk about in the business is trial, right? These so many people have bought these things, but when you buy something online, you can't try it.
Right.
So being able to create a trial experience, and so one of the things we're doing tomorrow is, and Bill's going to be doing this going forward, is everybody's going to get to try the bikes.
You take a test drive.
Take it
like you would your vehicle.
Come on, let's just like a car, right? You don't buy a car without a test drive.
What is the percentage? I know the auto industry has a percentage. What is the percentage of closing a deal once you get them to try it?
So the biggest retailer in America sells about 55,000 e-bikes, and they're 97% of the people who try the bike buy the bike.
Wow, that's a pretty good number. You got to get people on the bike trying it.
That's
and well, that's 97%. That's pretty good.
We're going to give people a chance to ride some of the traditional models that are out there, some of the existing models, and then we're going to let them compare the experience that we have with ours. Again, what we try and do is to create a system that creates an experience for a consumer that's unmatched in the industry. So we would love to have everybody in the community come on out. Tomorrow's going to be a fun day. It's going to be beautiful outside. We'd love to have everybody out and experience our bikes.
And the business is eBliss.
eBliss.
eBliss, what's the address?
7509 State Route 5, Clinton.
Okay, good stuff.
You could you could buy your e-bike, take it out, and go down to Bonomo's and get yourself an ice cream cone.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, you can drive one-handed, right?
You could ride and you could ride and have the ice cream cone.
This is all a part of our future. I really believe it is. So
thank you very much.
Stuff. Gentlemen, thank you. We'll break at WIBX.
Uncertainty, the unknown. These can be some of the greatest fears people face. There is a chance for a life of greater certainty that the Rome Rescue Mission provides. We call it a hand up, not a handout. The Rome Rescue Mission provides the basic necessities and the skills needed to start a new life. It starts simply with someone to talk to. Knowing that someone cares. The Rome Rescue Mission strives to meet basic needs, food, shelter, and clothing, but more importantly, provides emotional and spiritual support. The Rome Rescue Mission helps people start a new and promising life. Being in need is not a choice. Helping is. An unlimited future starts at the Rome Rescue Mission through your generous support. Make a difference and donate now. RomeMission.org. That's RomeMission.org. Rome Rescue Mission. A hand up, not a handout.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SAVE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SAVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SAVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Curtis Lumber's Customer Appreciation Days are back. For 3 days only, May 2nd through May 4th, Curtis Lumber will pay the sales tax on your purchase. Not sure what you need for your project? Buy a gift card and Curtis Lumber will load the sales tax amount onto the card as a bonus. For details and in-store specials, visit curtislumber.com/customer appreciation. Enjoy tax-free savings May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at Curtis Lumber.
The Potting Shed Antiques in Whitesboro is buying silver, gold, gold-filled, vintage costume, estate jewelry, and U.S. and Canadian coins. They've been your hometown buyer for the past 52 years. While other gold and silver buyers claim to offer the highest prices, the Potting Shed Antiques actually delivers. Let Don Hartman take a look at your individual pieces or your entire collection. The Potting Shed Antiques, open Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Please call ahead for an appointment. Visit thepottingshedsantique.com.
Let's face it, life can just get messy. John's Cleanouts and Property Preservation will take care of it for you. If you need help with clearing out your home or commercial building, John's Cleanouts will handle it. We understand sometimes it's more than just a cleanout, it's an accumulation of someone's life. We go the extra mile to do the job with integrity, and we're fully insured in the industry. Call John's Cleanouts and Property Preservation today and take the stress out of your mess.
paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1907 $10 gold Liberty coins has been found. These gorgeous 1907p gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling the secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed a 1907 gold Liberty struck at the iconic Philadelphia Mint. With limited availability, you must call now. These 1907 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant luster. That is 117 years of history you can hold in your hand.
To learn more, call 1-800-973-3077.
Call now and you'll receive a free bonus, a $50 value free with every order.
Call 1-800-973-3077 now
to secure your 1907p $10 gold Liberty coins before they sell out.
That's 1-800-973-3077.
You can host the best backyard barbecue when you find a professional on Angie to make your backyard the best around. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
Oh, honey, it's our favorite leaf filter trusted pro, Matt. Matt, come in, come in.
Hi, Mrs. Sparks. You wanted me to stop by? Is everything okay with your leaf filter gutter protection system?
Okay, of course, silly. We wanted you to stop by for dinner as our way of thanking you.
Yes, to thank you for that free gutter inspection, the free estimate, and what was the other thing?
That lifetime guarantee.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Sparks, those are just Leaf Filter's policies. Everyone who calls Leaf Filter gets a trusted pro to come out for a free gutter inspection and estimate. And every Leaf Filter installation comes with a lifetime guarantee.
So it's not just us?
No, sir. We don't want anyone to worry about clogged gutters ever again.
You mean everyone gets this level of service?
Everyone. They just need to visit leaffilter.com/sound to schedule their free inspection.
Okay, but you must be starving. You work so hard.
Ready to love your gutter protection as much as we do? Visit leaffilter.com/sound and get up to 30% off today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Why do so many dogs suffer from weight issues, skin problems, and low energy? It could be the popular dog food you put in their bowl each day. Veterinarian Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend, made with wholesome ingredients like premium meats, seeds, vegetables, and fruit. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend, plus receive a free pack of our best-selling beef liver dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Text DEAL to 511-511. All dogs are unique. Your dog's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Gold rose significantly in the past 5 presidential election years. This election year, gold is up 15%. Don't believe paid celebrity hype on buying gold. Call America's gold expert, Dr. Mike Fulgens at Universal Coin and Bullion for my free award-winning gold guide. I've advised attorneys general on consumer protection. Don't overpay, as I won't add ridiculous markups. Call Dr. Fulgens. Dial pound 250 on your mobile phone and say Gold Expert. That's pound 250 and say Gold Expert.
Keeler in the Morning invites you to connect with us through telephonic communication at 315-736-0186. Or use the Call Us button on the WIBX 950 app. For additional contact methodologies, please refer to WIBX950.com.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, good morning. Wrapping up a Friday. Love Fridays. And, of course, this one I think is going to be pretty good. You could do a little lawn mowing today or a little walking, riding one of those e-bikes. In studio right now is County Executive Anthony Pacini. Those e-bikes, e-Bliss in Clinton, pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, you gotta really know how to handle them.
You got to know how to handle them.
They're not just, it's not just.
Listen,
it's not like riding a bike.
Tires on those things.
Tires are huge.
The ones on my.
Can you tilt his right up because he's talking over? Yeah. You got to turn it right there. Yep. You got to be right on in the center, or else
but the
it
tires
doesn't
look bigger
work.
than my SUV.
They do. Yeah.
You could take that thing off roading.
They're big tires. Yeah. And I didn't realize they were motorized, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But you see them all over the cities
You do.
with delivery, and you have to have those big tires. I'm like, how are they going so quickly?
Yeah.
Well, now we know. Okay. So obviously, did you get any opportunity? And we'll talk about St. E's coming up in a second. Any opportunity with President Biden yesterday?
No, I was invited. I mean, along with the two
The group,
with delegation or whatever.
Yeah,
But those things get very complicated. But at the same time, I did have a big schedule. I had the opiate task force, which we had canceled it once before, and I wanted to make sure I was at. But look, it was a good announcement. It's hard to complain about $6 billion for jobs and for technology. I mean, and no matter who announces it or whatever. So I put a statement out, as I know the senator did as well. We both did because we didn't go, but then sometimes those things turn a little political, and you just got to be also a little wary of what you're stepping into. But I'm glad. The most important thing was I was pleased to see. We talked about that he met with the families of the fallen officers, and that was important. I thought was very that was due and necessary, and it seemed like from the reports I've heard that it was longer. It wasn't just a hit and run.
Well, he's got. I think he always has his own son to.
He does, of course, he does.
Make a comparison.
In the accident from his first wife
right.
and all that. So that's tragedy is everybody's got, but this one was hit hard.
And we were talking with Senator Griffel earlier in the week, and he's calling for the death penalty on. For anyone who kills a police officer or first responder.
Sure.
I'm not sure we'll see that in New York again. Certainly not under this current political climate. But I also wonder, I've always been a fan of, and I get it, we want to just terminate those who have done something horrific. I understand that, and I would feel that way if it was a family member of mine. I absolutely would. However, I almost feel what they fear most is rotting in jail. And we don't even offer that anymore.
No, that doesn't seem to happen.
What is jail? We barely go to jail today.
Well, again, we go back to the issues of the last few weeks, and in terms of the budget and everything else, and even the Speaker of the Assembly saying that I don't think that increasing penalties is a deterrent to crime.
Yeah, I
don't
see
that statement still just rings in my in my bones. Like, what are we doing here?
Well, at the very least, it is a deterrent. Let's say this: that if a murderer is in jail, the murderer is not murdering innocent people. That is the most obvious. And then you can talk about the.
Do they offer alternatives? I don't hear any reasonable or rational alternatives to imprisonment or locking somebody up as a deterrent.
No, there's really nothing else. But the issue is it's 25 to life, or depending on what the the sentences are or whatever. But when you see different offenses get even longer, and then you look at someone who kills somebody and say, well, what really should we do here?
Right.
It's been a societal conundrum for a long time.
Well, my guess is at some point the pendulum swings, and it may go go a little bit further in the other direction as people begin to get fed up. And I guess that can happen even in New York. All it takes is for the crime to start hitting home. Yeah. But it really hit home here, and it does also shine a light on mental health.
Well,
clearly, this seems to be the case. What we're dealing with
without
here.
question, mental health, drug addition, all of that,
all of those things involved,
and the lack of people coming forward, on those crimes.
I had a conversation with a school principal last night, and it was about being a mandated reporter. I think that program should be expanded. That more people should be
considered mandated reporters.
More positions, more because that is a major part of. And I hate to say it, but haven't we really made parents a mandated reporter?
We have
with this current conviction.
Yeah, we have. I mean, there's no question about that. And but we do have. We just did, and Monday it's April, which is Child Abuse Awareness Month, and we do this every year. But we're doing it every day, and the thousands of cases that we get reported every year, and the number of offenses that come out of that, the number of children that are abused physically, sexually, and neglect and all the others. I mean, that does strike. And I said, we talked at the press conference, but then some of the cliches, but at the same time, it's there's the statement, if you see something, say something. It's never more important.
Yeah.
When it comes to, I mean, all of it's important in crime, obviously, if you see that, but it's, that's at the top of the list. When you see a child being abused, neglected, or, something just not right. I mean, those are the times that, yes, you've got to report.
Yeah, because if they don't feel like their life has any value, they're not going to value a human life outside of that. I think where a lot of it comes from.
Yeah, it's everything. I mean, even you see it, flip over on animal abuse. If something's going on there, something else is going on in the home.
Yeah,
and then that's not uncommon, nor is it.
It's also I hate to say, but almost, I don't know what the number is, but a child who is abused, you would think they would grow up to be a child that would never abuse anyone, but it isn't that way.
Remember, that's what they know. And
that's what they know.
And whether it affects them, obviously on the mental health side of things, in terms of their, what their system is handling, and then if it's the only way they know to get what they want, because either their parents or guardian or whoever did the abuse did that. So a lot of that. We're going to talk, I've got the State of the County coming up in a couple of weeks, and we've got a few things on a lot of different areas, regarding criminal justice and mental health and other things that we're looking at.
Coming up, what day is it?
May 9th.
Which is your State of the County.
Yes.
Talking about the 30th is, what day is is it Tuesday? Monday,
the 30th, Tuesday the 30th is the St. Luke's.
St. Luke's
the
Forum.
second one.
Yeah.
We had an initial one.
How are you feeling on progress?
I'm feeling good. I think, I wanted this to be, as I said the first time we talked about it, more transparent, more inclusive of the community. My hope is that more people come, because even though the St. Luke's campus sits in a unique situation, it's not as surrounded by residential as St. Elizabeth is, although it is really, it's really right behind it. So, and in the village of Yorkville, it crosses Yorkville, really Utica, New Hartford. So all of the New York Mills. So all of that, I'm hoping that people will come out. It affects
everybody.
Affects everybody.
Yeah.
And we've got a little bit more, this is the second meeting, so there's a little more to talk about in terms of what the consultants have been looking at, and different options and different again, scenarios. We want to pace this the right way.
I think you have to look at both facilities as an opportunity.
Well, there's no question. We have in front of us, and I said this, we have two very large parcels, and we have a housing issue. I mean, you know that better than anyone.
I see it all the time.
But we also have a housing issue in different areas of the community. Utica hasn't seen many new housing, other than some different types, but New Hartford also, and we also have a commercial corridor that could see some other activity. So
you really do kind of wonder where we're all going. I was on Erie Boulevard in Syracuse the other day. Can't believe the number of closed up restaurants.
Oh, it really
the
is.
mall
really
there
is
just closed up. I mean, brick and mortar. You really we wonder where we're going.
Well, malls are transitioning into apartment complexes or townhouses or housing and other type of convenience, but more on the big box than the smaller stores, because they can't survive anymore. So we have to see, and we still have even downtown Utica has potential for growth in terms of that retail sector.
I'll ask the final question and at least get a little bit of a tease. Any big surprises coming on the State of the County?
We've got a couple.
You're notorious for.
I am.
Sometimes
I like
people
to pull some things out.
Sometimes there are others who are like, I didn't even know he was going to say that. It includes me.
I like that. We've had some crazy ideas. Some have worked, some haven't. Everybody thought The craziest was, Nexus several years ago. I mean,
when you look back,
look what we did this year, and look what we've done. Since
it's incredible.
then.
That's true.
And
you have the lacrosse tournament to look forward to.
Lacrosse tournament,
which is going to be huge.
I mean, but the numbers, have been exciting. The need for more hotels, the need for more housing. I mean, it's all stemming from that. And this announcement yesterday, really, even with the Onondaga, they cannot. I was talking to local businessmen.
They have just as much trouble.
They can't. I mean, if this is successful, we're all going.
It's going to be good for everybody.
And they can't. The housing market and everything else has got to come together.
Yeah. County Executive, thank you. Appreciate it.
I
think
weekend. Hopefully it'll
the
be
weather.
Nice.
I don't think it's going to be a washout this weekend. There might be a little rain.
Get out and try one of those e-bikes.
Good stuff.
I'm better off behind the wheel of a car.
Tony,
even that's a little touchy.
Tony Pacenti, thank you. Again, enjoy the weekend. I'm not going to be on the e-bike. I'm going to be on my Steve Pani Mazda CX-90. Love that vehicle. The Move to Mazda sales event is back and underway. Drive a new 2024 Mazda CX-30, select sport model for only $275 a month on a 36-month lease. APR financing 0%, 1.9%, 2.9%, or 3.9% on select award-winning new 2024 Mazdas. See Steve Pani Mazda for details. As Rick says, let's make your deal on a new Mazda from the dealership that's achieved first place nationally in customer satisfaction. Steve Pani Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville. And two more actually, official coffee of this radio show, Daylight Donuts. They now have the Machi Green Tea Latte. I can only tell you, you must try this thing.
It's big.
It is so good. The coffee's amazing. The drive-thru is lightning fast. You're in and out, and you're on your way. It's Daylight Donuts in New Hartford, home of potentially a new hotel just around the corner. And tomorrow is Griffo's recycling event. Starts at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And enjoy your weekend.
Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
Inflation keeps creeping up as the economy slows down. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. We just got that update on a gauge the Federal Reserve closely tracks while continuing to wait to cut interest rates after rate hikes did bring inflation down from its peak. However, the Personal Consumption Expenditures Index shows inflation's annual rate on the way back up again.
In January, you had 2.4%, February 2.5%, March going up to 2.7%. That is inflation that is not only sticky but rising.
Fox Business Network's Lauren Simonetti. Former President Trump's on his way to court in New York where testimony will resume this hour. His lawyers will keep cross-examining David Pecker, former National Enquirer publisher.
Pecker has told the jury about his efforts to suppress negative stories about Trump to protect his 2016 presidential bid, including paying out a $150,000 deal with former Playboy model Karen McDougal, who claimed she had an affair with Trump. Pecker never published her allegations.
Fox's Chanley Painter. The former president is not charged over the McDougal payment. The falsifying records case centers on payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels to keep her affair allegations quiet. Anti-Israel anger rages on college campuses. That's at George Washington University this morning in Washington as protests continue across the country.
One of the worst was Emory University in Atlanta. Some demonstrators came onto campus. They were removed using tear gas, tasers, and even some rubber bullets. Some screamed as they were carried out. Emory officials were quick to say that these protesters were not part of the campus community. They were not Emory students. They said almost all of them were outside agitators.
Fox's Steve Harrigan. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken met with Chinese leader Xi Jinping today. Both say they want common ground on contentious issues. Blinken says he aired U.S. concerns about China helping Russia.
Russia would struggle to sustain its assault on Ukraine without China's support.
America's listening to Fox News.
All right, Father's Day, graduation season right around the corner. And if you're looking for a really great, unique gift, you got to check out the personalized receiver covers from my friends at Henry Repeating Arms. Now, they're available for Henry's Golden Boy and Golden Boy Silver rifles, which come in 3 calibers, 22 LR, 22 Magnum, and 17 HMR. Just go to henryusa.com and type in personalized in your search box. Well, there you're going to find a link to the product page with step-by-step instructions. They can engrave any message that you want, up to 20 words, and the process is easy, it's simple, it's affordable, and it doesn't require a gunsmith. Check out Henry's personalized receiver covers if you're looking for a great gift for dads or grads. Make sure you get their free catalog. They mail it with free decals and a list of dealers where you live. That's henryusa.com. You get the free catalog, free decals. They have 200 rifles, shotguns, revolvers to choose from, and you're going to love this company. I know I do.
Good morning, WIBX 950 News Time 9:03. I'm Andrew Dominio. Close to 40 degrees under sunny skies. Going to warm up into the low 60s today. Your full forecast in minutes. This update brought to you by Adirondack Home Furniture. A West Edmonston man is facing animal abuse charges for allegedly starving his dog. 29-year-old Justin Kucera is charged with overdriving, torturing, injuring animals, and failure to provide sustenance. President Biden wrapped up his second trip to Syracuse since 2022 to announce the billions in funding coming to Micron Technology, who intends to build a new plant at the White Pine Commerce Park in Clay. During his trip, he also spent time with family members of Michael Husak and Michael Jensen. Your weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs in the lower 60s, clear overnight with lows in the 30s. Tomorrow, maybe some rain showers. Highs will be in the mid-60s. Your 9 a.m. code word 437. Type it into WIBX950.com for your chance to win some money. That's 437.
So many dogs suffer from weight issues, skin problems, messy poops, and low energy. It could be the popular dog food you put in their bowl each day.
Cody was sleeping a lot, wasn't playing.
She was very lethargic and not moving around.
Dry kibble just wasn't cutting it.
That's why, after more than 45 years of experience of helping dogs make complete health turnarounds, veterinarian Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend. It's a freeze-dried raw dog food made with wholesome ingredients like premium meats, seeds, vegetables, and fruit. And once dog parents switch their pups to Nature's Blend, the results can be astounding.
She's got her energy back. She's running around like she did like 5 years ago.
Miraculously, she's just feeling all around better. She's like a new dog. Thank you, Dr. Marty.
Get your dog started today and save up to 54% off Nature's Blend. Plus, receive a free pack of our best-selling beef liver dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Text DEAL to 511-511. All dogs are unique. Your dog's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-515-6608. 800-515-6608. 800-515-6608.
Seeking solutions, never sowing division. It's Brian Kilmeade.
Thanks so much for being here, everybody. It's the Brian Kilmeade Show. This hour, we're going to be joined by Columbia professor Rand Kivitz. He really knows what's going on. He went out of his way to record just about all the uprisings at Columbia. So what is really going on with the encampment? What they're really saying about Israel and about Jews? This is so unacceptable in America. I just can't get my head around it. How pervasive it is, how it's growing constantly, especially here in New York. Professor Ron Kivitz in a little while. I'm going to try to get as many calls as possible this hour because I don't know how much time we're going to have the rest of the show. So 1-866-408-7669. You can get online now. And, of course, I hope to see everybody tomorrow night. And that is Saturday night on the 27th, beginning at 7 o'clock. We'll be in Henderson, Nevada. The History, Liberty, and Laughs Tour puts down stakes. It's going to be great. So let's get to the big three.
Now, with the stories you need to know, it's Brian's Big Three.
Number 3.
Who thinks the number one issue is the economy? Raise your hand.
Yes. I would say inflation.
Definitely the economy. Everything's just too much expense, too much to go eat.
Who do you think is best fit to handle the economy?
Donald Trump.
That is Lawrence Jones, talking about what's happening with our economy. Our growth is down. The GDP is ground. Inflation is going up, and interest rates are probably not going to get cut. It's going south. Bidenomics a tougher sell by the day. We talk about your wallet and the 2024 election and what it means for it.
Number 2. It was a good day for Donald Trump because there were 5 justices that clearly were not buying into the D.C. Circuit's approach. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to say that Trump is immune from prosecution.
That is Jonathan Turley weighing in consistently and constantly.